I'm
3 to
sorry,
1
I didn't hear
contact.
your I didn't hear your face palm, so I didn't know you were ready for us or not.
Oh. You would have seen my facepalm DM if you weren't a secret identity DMing.
I
always
have
so
preserved
ridiculous.
bandwidth where I am right
I know,
now.
I'm just screwing with you, dude. What the DM doesn't want you to know is he's actually Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Either that or he's Ron
I mean, I'm not
Swanson's long lost
saying
brother.
that the DM is Batman, but no one has ever seen the DM and Batman in the same place before.
I mean,
I'm like Batman, but with a mustache.
connect those dots, folks. Anyway.
Anyways, welcome back, everybody. It's Thursday again. It's not Friday, but you know what? It's not fucking Wednesday, so that's pretty cool.
It's Friday. It's Friday.
It's not Friday. Damn it! I wish it was Friday. What are we
And our
doing
games
here?
would be
We're
on
running
Friday.
Rime of the Frostmaiden.
We are.
We're about midway through this campaign, I think. Maybe. I don't know.
Sure.
Through the campaign. But we're only level
I'm a
8.
very squeaky chair. Woo! You gotta love it.
I just realized my mic was muted the whole damn time.
No one.
No one heard you count
No,
down.
yeah,
and
I've
then
been hearing you.
complain?
It wasn't on the stream, but it's all good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh well.
Perfect.
it's so good to be here. It really is.
I concur.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing great. How are you, sir?
Annoyed.
You're annoyed. That's not. I mean, that's kind of like
Par for the
You work
course,
for
right?
Domino's?
that's a Thursday, right? You know.
It's because it was stupid.
Thank you.
Stupid.
Whoever
client.
laughed
You get
really loud at that.
inspiration.
Thank you.
You get fucking
got it.
inspiration.
Stupid
This
clients.
is my 4th time ever playing a wizard, so it's fun.
Yeah. Well, we do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh, let's do a little roll call. Larry, you here?
Probably.
All right. Timmy.
Timmy's here.
Jackal standing in for Jackal.
Frogger standing in for Jackal.
Rhaegar's here, right?
Aye, aye, Captain.
All right. Let's see. Valen standing in for Valen.
Yep, I'm here.
All right. Trafalgar, we heard you.
No, I'm not here.
Ubis, you here?
Nope.
Oh, I love not being on camera because I could be smoking a cigarette. I could be smoking something else. Who the fuck knows? DM's here. Oh,
once.
man. It's been a week. I'll just put it that way. It's so nice to be back, though. So, last week, we started at the beginning of our downtime session. This week, we're going to aim, and I say last week, I mean 2 weeks ago. That other week, not last week, the one before that, the one that was maybe not as cool as last week, maybe cooler, who knows. We started our downtime session. Today, we're going to aim to finish that downtime session. Anything else that pops up. And make it to the special session of the Council of Speakers for the towns. There's been some important developments that have happened lately. There are Duergar running amok. There's towns burning down and conspiracy, murder, and
Any mayhem?
no mayhem yet. Hint. Did I say hint out loud? Maybe. The last session, I told you guys you had 7 days, and there was a number of tasks that were going to be done. The first one was escorting Freda of the Stonehills tribe, as well as Captain Imdra of the East Haven town militia, who was kind of hanging out with the party for the last couple of days, after being teleported with the rest of the party to the Spine of the World mountains. Just, normal stuff. Rhaegar, I believe you're going to chime in. You were aiming to escort them off back to East Haven, correct?
Yeah, so, Rhaegar would have sobered up from his celebrations in Bryn Shander at the Damp Goat, and after gathering his mental faculties and eating a decent meal, he probably would have conferred with Larry and resolved to have the trip taken up by himself and anyone willing to travel with his protection from Bryn Shander to East Haven, mostly with the aim of communicating with Freda along the way and potentially settling a grudge, maybe nursing his ego with Captain Indra as well.
So we have the member of the party. So refresh my memory there, Rhaegar. Did you end up in a kind of fisticuffs with each of these NPCs?
Absolutely. And Rhaegar got his
How did
butt
that
kicked
go?
both times, face planted in the snow both times, and doesn't feel so brave and strong after all. But he really wants to be a big boy.
Okay, that's fine. So Rhaegar, that first day of the 7 days, after you wake up hungover, but fully rested because you were stuck into a bed for your long rest. You hook up with the rest of the party, where everyone discussed over the top of the dining room table turned into clue board, meeting board, by our investigator of the party. And the plan was the next day you were going to go with Imdra and Freda. I do believe that Jackal would likely have joined you on this trip.
Excellent.
Everyone else, was there anyone else that was going to go on that particular trip? I
Nope.
don't think there was.
When I'd asked before, Timmy had given some agreement to that. Did Timmy want to actually go on that?
Timmy's up for it.
All right, so Timmy and
Yes, I
Rhaegar
thought.
set out the second morning of the 7 days. The first morning of the 7 days. I'll go ahead and say that during the day you guys set out. You guys make it to East Haven. Bid farewell to Captain Imdra at the gates of her mansion, and bid farewell to Freda, who did not want to stay in the town overnight, but wished to set out into the tundra to find the tribe. Was there anything that either of you would want to chat up with these two characters on the way, with these two individuals on the way?
Sure, so
Timmy,
Rhaegar would be packing up. Presumably we would be taking some sort of transportation over, I guess, Axe Beaks we would rent and take, along the way.
Okay, go ahead and mark off 20 gold.
All right. And after Rhaegar would pack up his axe beak, he would say,
Now, Timmy, it's the perfect opportunity for you to really lay it on thick. I think that Captain Imdra may really like you.
And
Okay.
Timmy's gonna look up and like as friends?
Oh, I'll save it for you to figure out. But suffice it to say, your bravery surpassing my own may have impressed that strong woman. And she blushes when she looks at you, I think.
Timmy, give me a perception check.
Five.
"Oh shit."
You haven't noticed this at all. This is new information to you. You thought perhaps that there was a moment there that you shared in the bar, but since then you haven't really caught up on any clues. That's not to say that there is nothing. Go ahead and give me a charisma check, please.
Four.
Man, the dice don't like you tonight, dude. Right out the gate.
Well, this is the
No.
story that the dice have to tell.
That's right.
Rhaegar is telling you this you do anything about you don't know what kind of impression you've made, but Rhaegar's telling you this. It seems very interesting to you. You know, this might be, I don't know. What are you gonna do?
I want to keep all that info in my back pocket for now because Timmy's a little, not gonna say confused, but a little dim-witted.
Fair enough. So you guys bid farewell. Rhaegar, why don't you give me a because you're trying to talk with Freda over the course of this trip to kind of mend ties.
Yes.
And why don't you go ahead and give me a charisma persuasion check?
All right. Let's see here. That is going to be a 14.
14. Let me just roll for what I think your PC. Okay. She looks at you, Rhaegar, and her eyes are not as full of hate as they hate and hurt as they once were. Give me an insight check.
Oh, not good. It's a 4 on die, so yeah. +4, that's actually a 9. Or 8, sorry.
Okay. How do I put this? You don't seem to make any headway that you're aware of. Your Rhaegar still has this weight on his soul, this burden that he's carrying.
So
he still has this.
I would, I guess we're kind of just like riding along the trail or the roadway, and with Timmy in earshot and Freda in close eye, kind of like move the axe beak up and ride up next to her, and I say,
I think we got off on the wrong foot. I don't expect your forgiveness. I can't even get that from our god.
and I hang my head low and I reach down into my saddlebag and I pull out the little burlap doll that looks like a vicious male Goliath barbarian with 2 hand axes and the name stitched on the bottom that says Freda, and I say,
I tried to give this to you earlier, but I don't know if you actually remembered I had it between punching my face in.
Okay, so right at the end of your journey, as you're bidding farewell to Freda of the Stonehills tribe, go ahead and give me one more persuasion check, this time with advantage.
oh yeah, 17. I think my persuasion's a +6, bro. It is, no, it's a -1. Perception's a +7. I was, the P words, they're complicated for Goliaths. So yeah, that's gonna be a 16, which isn't bad.
Okay, no, that's not bad. That's not bad. So here's the thing. You're bidding farewell, and again, we're gonna stick to this kind of narrative, kind of framework here for a while in session today. Just so we cover everybody, cover everything.
Yep.
But anyways, so coming back to it. So you're not doing terrible. Okay. Give me one more insight check to see if you notice.
This time it is a 13.
Okay, that's good enough. You notice something for the first time since Freda has awoken and you've interacted with her over the course of the day's travel and the time before that, the journey to Bryn Shander after she awoke. You notice that there's a softening there. Okay.
Hey, what's up, optional rule?
That perhaps the past is not forgotten, but maybe it's not your interactions with this individual. And remember, your tribe as a whole may not be as negative in the future, at least for this one Goliath.
So I would give her a nod before we part ways, and I would say,
Freda, I wish you luck in seeking out the last location of the Stormhills tribe. I hope you find their migration path and where they have camped. I cannot guarantee we will cross paths again. I have sworn brothers here, and a sworn sister that I must stay with. But maybe at the next Ordnung of the tribes of Icewind Dale, I will see you and my Stormhill brethren. And maybe I will finally best that Unthgard prince who killed my wife and made me a sentinel of the watch.
and I nod, and before I
Back to you.
turn, I look at Timmy and I say,
Thank you for coming on this journey with me. You are wise and few in words, but quite fierce.
and I would take the back of my sword hilt and smack it on Timmy's ass and be like,
Go get her. Give her a big smooch.
and then I walk back to my axe beak.
Does she hear this?
Yes.
Sorry,
She has to, because it's just.
master of subtlety.
Yeah, I'll turn around and be like, consent?
Consent. Awesome.
So you're bidding farewell to Captain Imdra. Timmy, she looks at you and she goes, I'm not sure what you're referring to. I'm just gonna go.
It was all in Rhaegar's head. That's awesome.
It was nice traveling with you. It was good drinking with you the other night. Next time I'll win, I do believe. You did make it longer than I did. That's something to be proud of. Again, was it Chad or was it Timmy? I'm not sure about that still.
It's Timmy with a hard Chad.
Right. Okay. I may see you all again one day, maybe.
Timmy's
Good
just
day.
gonna look and like, peace out.
Same.
When we hop back up on the axe beaks to turn around and take the road back, Rhaegar looks at Timmy and says,
I was too drunk from the night before, and I don't remember. But did you manage to fill up that big keg again with more ice wine for the road?
Ooh. Timmy, give me a D20 roll.
Yeah, about to say, I was like, I feel like I should roll something for this. 4.
"What the fuck,
I'm about to toss these dice out the window.
dude? Dice jail. Look, I'm straight up gonna give you one. You want a dice jail? Here, I'll give you a dice jail.
I'm putting this to the side for now. This is ridiculous.
Can we get a reroll on that one?
So,
Cocked. It was cocked. You didn't see it. It was actually cocked.
Inspiration?
you know what? Timmy does have inspiration. I'm going to give Timmy inspiration. Go ahead and roll that with advantage there, Timmy. Same die. Believe in the
Same
die.
dice.
Tell
Same die.
tell the die that you're going to put it in dice jail if it doesn't roll true.
Believe in the heart of the cards.
It's actually really pretty
Don't
dice. Do it.
screw this up.
Do it.
Don't screw this up.
Do it. And
With advantage, it's 8.
Dice jail. Dice jail.
Dude.
Uh,
what, have you been playing with that dice in another character and pissed it off in another game?
I have not.
Have you been
I have not.
Have you been playing with Brian?
Brian's off camera right now.
Brian's dice?
Dude, he stepped off camera for the roll. It's not even his fault.
You say that
Yeah,
now.
You know what? This is the story that does one. Timmy, you are completely out of alcohol.
Oh,
No!
4 to 6
Way to go,
hours
Brian.
back to Bryn Shander.
What? Okay, hold on. DM, what town is in between East Haven and Bryn Shander along the road heading west?
Town in between East Haven and Bryn Shander.
You said there is no town?
It's the next town.
You were breaking up really bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Nothing.
All right, we just won D&D.
We won D&D.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. So,
Oh.
what were you saying? Not even.
There is no.
There is no town in
Everyone
between.
gains a level.
Damn it. Okay, I was gonna say we could raid a town for alcohol, but I guess we're not doing that. I mean, it's in his blood. He hasn't gone on a good raid in a good while.
I mean, I heard him say everyone gets a level, but I mean, that's just me.
I think that's what
I
came
heard-
through the static.
Hey now.
Yeah, I heard it too.
Hey now.
You're a rock
This is
star?
why I have. This is why I have to preserve bandwidth, because it's not good. It's not good at all. All right, so you guys set back out. It takes about to get back. You get back to Bryn Shander late in the evening. That's the end of the first day. Trafalgar, Valen, you guys have started work on forging these items for the party. That you guys had decided to work on putting together some magic items for everyone.
That is correct.
All right, bear with me just for a moment. I thought I had it open, but I did not. Here
All
it
right,
is.
I just came up with your catchphrase, Timmy.
If I remember correctly, I believe it was 4 shields and a suit of organic half plate for Timmy.
Yep.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes, that is correct. So you've started work on that. That's going to keep you pretty busy, you know, for the next several days before you're going to end up finishing up pretty much the morning of the town meeting, you know, the speakers meeting. You're going to be done at that point. You won't have to go start to work at the forge on that particular day.
Okay.
Up until that point, you're going to be pretty busy doing that during the day. Now, the way this works, I mean, you have, let's just call it a 10-hour day. You're able to work. And outside of that, you're free to do whatever.
Outside of
from
that,
your
I'm
long rest.
running the shop back at our house where we sell candles and ball bearings.
That's a good point. Yeah, because you do have how many ball bearings? 10,000.
5,000 ball bearings, and I believe it
5,000
was.
ball bearings.
I want to say it was 50 or 500 candles.
Ballard is just mad about
5,000. We have 5,000 candles and 5,000 ball bearings.
That's hilarious.
Ballard is just upset about the rowboat in the living room.
The rowboat's gone. The maid broke it all up and cleaned it up. Her whole job is cleaning up after us.
Yeah, she's very good. She's very good at cleaning up after you guys. She is a construct, summoned by magic, and we already went through all of your rolls. She doesn't come along on that first day. She comes along about halfway through the week.
Right.
But prior to that, there was no rowboat
Right.
either. So it all works out. So here's the thing. There is now a glut on the market of candles in the town. I need you to go ahead and give me a charisma check.
I'm gonna start exporting them.
Give me a charisma check, please.
Send them to the darkest reaches of Icewind Dale.
A charisma check. That is going to be a 19. If it's just straight charisma.
Just straight charisma for this one.
Sorry, 18. 18.
18. Okay, so it's -1.
That would have been nice, but a 19 would have been a natural 20.
Okay, so one evening when you were out hawking can in the corner, and ball bearings. How many groups of 1,000 ball bearings do you have, by the way?
We have 5,000 ball bearings, and I'm selling them in like bags of, I don't know.
10.
No, I mean.
So here's the thing. Ball bearings.
What does a normal bag of ball bearings have in it? 100?
They're usually 1,000 ball bearings
in a bag.
Yeah, they're tiny. They're like 6mm BBs.
Which is why I think your number is maybe incorrect.
No, the thing definitely said, because I'm looking at it here. Hold on a second. Let me. Oh no, you're correct. It was 50,000. Oh shit.
All right, so normally
50,000.
Yep. We are selling bags of 1,000 ball bearings. We have 50 bags of ball bearings.
And I think they're like 20 gold a piece or something like that.
Yeah, they're 2 gold a piece is their typical selling price, and they weigh 2 pounds.
Not if I'm selling them.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if Ubis is in town, I'll let Ubis run the store to make the most money.
She's got the jacket on with the pockets in the middle. You want to buy some ball bearings?
So Trafalgar, you start off on the corner selling ball bearings and candles with your very long jacket.
We actually have a booth now.
Nice. What is the name of this shop?
I used the wood from the boat to build a booth.
Okay. All right. Give me a tools check. Roll the d20 and add your proficiency bonus ×2.
That is 17.
17. Hell yeah. This is a fucking tight ass booth right here. You've got it on the main market. You set up in the evenings. You probably light a few candles just to have light and attract customers. And the local chandler comes to you. Her name's Marnia. And she is fucking pissed. She is livid that you were muscling in on her candle business. But before Ubis comes around that evening for his evening candle speech,
Her.
You manage to logically and normally explain how this is really a win for everyone.
This is a free market industry. This is how commerce works. There's got to be a little competition. Soon, all my candles will be gone, and you'll corner the market on candles. You'll be the only You'll be the only candle game in town, lady. I'm doing you a service.
Why don't you just offload your bulk inventory?
With you.
We could wholesale it to her.
Yeah.
That's true. We absolutely could.
Offload the bulk and make a new friend.
So she see, is that what you're going for? You're going to try to. So the candles typically sell for 3 copper each. She offers you 1 copper per candle, and she offers you nothing for ball bearings because that's not her game. She's not into ball bearings.
Wait. 1 copper? You're taking me to the wash here.
It's a wholesale price.
1.5 copper.
US persuasion check.
Oh shoot! I already have my character sheet up.
Hold on, let me open it too, just to fuck with you.
If you saw the candles though, then the name Sticks and Balls won't make any sense anymore.
It doesn't matter.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
I rolled a 14, so that's a 25.
25. Okay, she tells you that she can, at the 2 copper price, she'll buy half of them.
Am I there?
So you can keep your...
Well, I guess I am in town, aren't I?
Yeah, you didn't come with Rhaegar.
Yeah.
So she'll buy 2,500 candles at 2 copper each. So that'll be 5,000 copper for you. So you can go ahead and add 5,000 copper to your character sheet, unless you like to go to a money lender.
We will definitely have to do an exchange here.
Is she really going to make a bulk purchase in pennies? That's just mean.
Yeah, I know, right? I think Ubis can convince her to make the purchase in gold.
Yeah, it's 50
It's
gold.
silver.
She pays
Silver,
you 50 gold
maybe.
for half. Oh, silver? Yeah, I mean, she is a chandler. I guess
We
silver.
can do it in
sense.
silver. What's that? 100 silver pieces?
All right, you know what? Fuck it. You get 25 gold and 250 silver.
Okay. I'll give Ubis the 25 gold.
Sweet.
All right. You still got all those ball bearings, though.
Well, hey, you know what? Worst comes to worst, I can sell the ball bearings to the blacksmiths, and they can melt them down for quality iron.
Give me a D100 roll.
Although I was gonna say, I think they might be a little bit in a glut of iron, because if I remember correctly, one of the first lesser gamble rolls I did was a cart full of iron, of unprocessed iron ore that I gave to them or sold to them.
To the
See,
blacksmiths,
they're linked
yeah.
up. They're linked up with the trading caravans and things like that, so I wouldn't worry about that.
83.
83. All right. So where the fuck did I put my thing here?
I mean, I'm more than happy to sell them. We can absolutely sell these ball bearings. I mean, you know what? Maybe we can start selling slingshots or give away slingshots with the ball bearings when they're sold.
That's
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
the end of the week. And then as far as the candles go, you have very good luck. You're not able to unload all of them, unfortunately. But you are able to unload 2,775 of them. So you have 425 candles left stored somewhere inside of the home that you guys have there.
That's plenty, yeah. Well, that'll keep us in candles for years. I guess you could even call this a candle keep.
Oh, God. That's going to be 62 gold and 25 copper.
That's pretty dope.
Add that to the inventory.
Go ahead and make sure you put down how much of the you have 425 candles left, and you have 9 bags of ball bearings. All right. Now, I spoke with Christy outside of game a little bit, so let me talk about what Jackal's going to be doing here. And I'm going to go ahead and get a roll from you, James, for her. Okay. So, as the week goes on, those of you who are still in notice that Jackal slips out of the building in the morning and doesn't come back until late in the evening. Jackal, he's gone all day. Let's see here. Valen, Ubis, Trafalgar, Timmy, everybody except for Larry, give me a luck check. Give me fast now.
Critical.
A luck check.
On the dice you gave me for Christmas last year.
Anything added to it, just a straight D20 roll.
Straight D20.
Did you say me too?
Yes.
Okay.
Timmy got a 17.
Wow, nice.
I did as well.
12.
Balin got an 8.
12.
12. Okay. All right. So, Trafalgar, Timmy, and Rhaegar are out walking in the evening, probably heading towards, Six and Balls, the ball bearings and candle
Emporium.
Symposium.
Emporium. And you notice Jackal. Jackal has a wooden crate set up there in the market square, and he's standing on it, and he is extolling the virtues and benefits of raw food, including raw meats, and foods and meats coming from non-traditional sources, such as from carrion crawlers.
Rhaegar would walk up and say,
"Oh, listen up, everyone. This is not a lie. I've been eating this meat for over a month.
And he was cackling when he started.
That's right. 30 days ago, I looked like that.
And I point at Valen. And then I say,
We even started feeding it to our pet dragon. And he was a wee little baby. Now, see how vicious he is?
and I turn around and I go, bah! And like roar in Timmy's face. And grab a scrap of meat that's raw and just throw it in my mouth and start chewing on it.
Okay, I need some rolls for this here. Timmy, give me an intimidation check.
You muted, I think. Lucas, we can't hear you. No, Discord.
Oh, did you lose him?
He's on there video, but I think it's like he's muted in Discord. He get
No, he
bumped.
dropped off the call. Now he's back.
Oh.
Yep.
All right, you're back. What were you saying?
11.
11. Okay, it's it's okay. There's some showmanship in this. Rhaegar, give me a deception check.
All right.
Trafalgar is giving you some help on that, so you go ahead and make that roll with advantage.
That is a 16 for my first roll, and my deception is a -1, so that'd be a 15. My second roll was a 17 minus 1, so I got a 16.
All right, so the small crowd of people that have gathered around Jackal this evening, you see them nodding, like going, maybe this is something. James, could you roll for Jackal, please? This is going to be you know what? This is going to be probably either a religion or persuasion check. Your choice, whichever one has the higher modifier for
Okay,
Jackal.
let me pull that up real quick. Second. You said persuasion or religion?
Persuasion or religion.
Definitely going to be religion because persuasion is a -1.
Okay.
And that's going to be a 19.
19. Okay. And the benefit of that is basically we're going off of I don't remember whether it's Xanathar's or the DM's guide on this one, but it's basically performing sacred rites, which is what, just throw a bone to the clerics kind of thing, So the Jackal currently has inspiration. If you will make a note somewhere that when the Jackal uses this inspiration, they get one more.
Oh, excellent. I will.
Now, let's get to Ubis and Timmy. Ubis and Timmy, you guys are out walking the market square in the evening. You don't notice Jackal preaching on the virtues of a raw diet, but you do notice a street preacher, if you will, standing in front of the town council with a town council building long-winded.
You dropped
frankly,
out.
Not particularly. They're giving a long-winded. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
They're giving a long-winded and not particularly persuasive speech on the in Icewind Dale.
We lost you there for a second. All right, I know it's negative something, but we didn't get the rest.
All right, hang on. They're giving a long-winded speech on the negative effects of drug use by the public in Icewind Dale. citing the recent example of what happened to the proprietor of the Damp Goat. Can you hear me now?
That poor drug-addled man struggling with addiction.
Addiction kills. Don't do
Hey,
it.
you know what? If it wasn't for Ubis, he wouldn't have gotten the help he needed. Just putting it out there.
Ubis, you did convince him to go to rehab, so.
Yeah.
We could have just lesser restorationed him and he would have been fine, but.
Nah, he's got to learn on his own.
Oh, God. Alright, so.
Hey, I'm gonna go AFK for a second. I gotta check on the little one.
Okay. You also I picked all that last time. I'm going through and assisting with the enchantment and crafting of weapons with Trafalgar and the dwarves there. Ubis, you were able to meet with your contact, and a good portion of the time spent, other than meeting with them, conversing with them, going over concerns and the status of the towns. Was also spent meeting with that contact. So you did that. Would you have done anything else? Met with any other important figures, anything like that, over the course of that week?
No, I mean, it's mainly I just wanted to meet up with my contact and kind of give information on what we've been doing and just kind of give a heads up, like what our plan is.
Towards the end, he has, basically, for lack of a better way to describe it, a personal mission that's been assigned to her. Okay?
Yeah.
She's going to head north to a place called Revel's End.
Okay. Rebels.
Have you had a chance to review anything with Revel's End before?
I don't think so.
Okay. Give me a history check with advantage, please.
Oh, jeez.
With advantage.
I'm still trying to pull up my sheet. Rolled a 12 on die.
That's good enough. What you know about Revel's End is that it is a prison located far to the north of the towns on the coast of the Sea of Ice.
Okay.
This is a place for the worst of the worst. It's normally accessed by sea, sometimes by land, but it's usually quicker by sea, rather than go through the towns and strike out cross country. You know that it is a prison controlled by the Lord's Alliance,
Okay.
who are allied with the Harpers.
Okay.
But she tells you that she has to go there for some reason. You inquire as to any further detail.
Who's she going to look for?
She is being sent up there to meet with a Valish Gant.
A Valish Gant? Like that's the name?
That's the name, Valish Gant.
Okay. And what is that person?
As you know, there are a number of members of the Arcane Brotherhood that have come to Icewind Dale in recent times. One of whom you can consider an ally, but the others of whom are unknown. And at least one of them was a secret Thayan wizard who was a murderer and was burned alive in East Haven when you guys arrived.
Okay.
There is a incarcerated wizard there who may have more information to share.
Okay.
So she's heading north to find that out.
Okay. Is there anything she needs me to do?
She tells you no. She
Okay.
is going to check things out. The Lord's Alliance is worried that there might be a conspiracy plot for some sort of jailbreak.
Okay.
Jailbreak. Nice.
Okay. Well, and I'll just tell her, you know how to get in touch with me. Just let me know if there's anything I can do to help you.
She tells you to look for a bird if there's any need for any kind of message.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we're going to skip back over to Rhaegar for just a moment, and then we're going to get to what Larry's been up to.
I'm here. I'm just going to
Rhaegar.
intermittently mute.
That's fine. Rhaegar, it's my understanding that you expressed interest in some additional pit fighting. Is that correct?
Yeah, so after taking the ladies back to East Haven and returning on the road trip with Timmy, once we got back to Brinchander, I was going to say after returning from the road trip with Timmy and making it back to Brinchander, Rhaegar would kind of nudge Timmy and say,
Look, there's more opportunity now for us to showcase our bravery, feats of strength, and mortal combat. Perhaps you'll bet on me, and I'll bet on you. You fight on days I'm not fighting. I'll fight on days you're not fighting.
Is
Okay,
there
we're gonna
anything
go with
illegal about that?
What did you say?
Like Timmy's going to like, is there anything illegal about that? I heard that's how Pete Rose got in trouble.
Rhaegar says,
The only thing illegal about fixing fights is being too dumb not to do it in the first place and getting caught. Besides, we're not really cheating. I could get...
All right,
Go
let's do it.
Rhaegar says,
Besides, we're not even really cheating. I could get my ass kicked again, you know? There's really no guarantee.
Timmy's
So
going to like,
Rhaegar's-
you son of a bitch, I'm in.
and then Rhaegar says,
Don't tell Gemma. I mean, Eubis.
and I pull a coin pouch from my side bag, and I reach down in there, and I pull out 100 gold, and I say,
This is 100 gold pieces, and I'm betting on you. I know you can do it, Timmy. And before the fight, we're gonna get you really drunk. How's that sound?
That sounds great. And just to be sure, it's 100 gold pieces to win, not to throw the fight.
No, to win. I'm betting on you in your fight, and then you bet on me in my fight.
Okay, so
sounds like a plan.
let me just establish. So Rhaegar is betting 100 gold, and Timmy's betting 100 gold. But
Yes.
Rhaegar is betting on Timmy, and Timmy is betting on Rhaegar.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So Rhaegar, you weren't. I think you had to step out last session when we resolved Timmy's role. Rhaegar, you lose 100 gold because Timmy did not win enough over the course of the weekly tournament. However, Timmy, you still have money riding on Rhaegar. Rhaegar, please give me a strength check and add a d12 roll to that, please.
Yeah, let me just take my gold off. You said a strength check and what?
Plus a d12.
Okay. That's a 20 on strength, and my modifier in strength's a +6 to 26.
26, okay, plus a d12.
Come on, turquoise dice. Oh, that's a 10.
Fucking hell.
Yes.
All right, Timmy. It didn't work out very well for Rhaegar, but Timmy, this has worked out very, very fucking well for you. Rhaegar is the one who has all comers in the course of the last several days. This week's tournament. You have cleaned house, essentially. Okay?
Okay.
Timmy, you have made 2,000 gold pieces.
What?
Off of your betting. With that initial buy-in of 100 gold, you have made 2,000 gold
Wow.
Dude,
betting on Rhaegar.
holy bananas, man.
I'm not like.
I mean, you rolled a 30, Brian. You rolled a 30.
Wow.
Ridiculous amounts of gold pieces. Like I'm like Scrooge McDuck. I'm gonna look over Rhaegar and be like,
Yeah,
we're getting lit tonight.
Oh, thank you so much. But really, I just think it's great. You're a dragon with your own mound of gold.
Man, so first we shut down the damp goat, then we disrupt the candle industry, and then we bankrupt the town. That's
We doing big things.
Rhaegar, I need you to make a charisma check.
It's a 10 minus 1, so a 9.
The 9. Okay, it's not. It's not a night. It's not a nat 1. It's not under a 5. So you're okay. Could have been a more winner, if you will. But it worked. You didn't make any enemies today,
Good. No more cooters.
and you made Timmy quite a bit of money. So Timmy, go ahead and add that gold to your character sheet, and Rhaegar, make sure you take it.
Yay! We can clap for Timmy! Yay!
Oh, goodness. Yes, hashtag no more cooters.
There's always a cooter.
There's always a cooter.
You
That's
have
so
no
great.
idea. There is.
That's our next T-shirt when a T-shirt ever comes out. Old Dominion Heroes. There's always
no more cooters.
no more cooters.
Oh, that's right,
And
we
then there's a
forgot.
second one,
Right.
Old Dominion Heroes. There's always a cooter.
Yeah, merchandise update. Quick merchandise update. We don't have any yet.
Right?
We don't have any.
That's not really an update, but thank you.
Jason, real quick, after Larry does all of his stuff, Val wants to do one thing before he comes back to town.
you better go first.
Yeah, you go first.
Okay, Val wants to cast divination.
Okay. What does divination do?
It allows me to ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days.
Okay.
And you have to answer truthfully, but you can be cryptic and whatever.
Okay.
And it costs 25 gold worth of stuff.
Okay. So mark off 25 gold in materials.
Yep.
This is a very nice thing. This is the power of foreknowledge, or at least could. Solid divining.
You're dropping out really bad.
Oh, that much love my band.
And he's gone.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, and you just now came back.
Okay. This may be a problem that continues. I'm so sorry.
We'll go with it.
Just let me know, just like that. Just chime in. You're dropping out.
We need to pay for better internet for this man.
He lives in BFE.
I do. Right now, my internet is all wireless. Yeah. All right, so Valen, what is the
just
event?
Just hit up Mr. Musk and get some Starlink.
Oh. This is the one direction that Tommy gave me, but he didn't direct me on what question to ask. So, this is my question, and it's: what towns have the Zentarum taken over in Iceland?
Okay. So,
and this is me talking to my, God,
your
or
guy,
whatever.
yeah,
like
your contact.
genie. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the thing about this, let me see here. Let me think about that for just a second here.
I can ask a different question if you want.
No. That's a good question.
Okay.
Okay. And just for everybody, I'm going to send that to game log just so that's visible for anybody who's curious. So you hear a otherworldly voice speaking directly into your brain, directly into your mind. You hear the following: Targos, which you expected.
Yeah.
Then you hear Tourmaline, which maybe you were expecting, but that's what you hear. Targos and Tourmaline.
Okay.
They're going after the cows.
No, I mean, I guess that was well enough. Thank you.
Well, technically, as long as Valen's got the gold for it, the material components for it, which is only 25 gold, by the way.
Yeah.
As long as he's got that, he could do this. He's got 4th level spell slots. He can do this multiple times.
Well, I only have 2 4th level spell slots, but we are on downtime. But I can only do it once per long rest, because after I do it the second time, you have a 25% chance of lying to me.
25%. That's funny.
That's a fun way to put it. It's a cumulative. Ask that after the first time.
What did you say?
You can cast it again.
Okay, so I would cast it on the next day after I got longer.
Okay. What's your question the next day?
My second question would be: Is other than Tom going to attack this town speaker meeting?
Is no.
I don't.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Were the Zents gonna attack the town speaker meeting?
Those are my two questions. I'm good.
Somebody drop out and come back.
Yeah.
The answer you get is no.
Yeah.
Not with weapons.
Ooh. Okay.
All right, so that's number 2.
Those are the only 2 questions that I really have lined up. I don't,
Does anybody else in the party want to communicate with Valen? Maybe there's something else that's a burning question.
I do, but I can't.
Yeah, if anyone wants
You
to
can when you get back.
25 gold, he'll divine for you.
Yeah, I'll let Larry chime in on the last one. So there's one. So there's two more. There's two more. I'll say two more chances.
I don't want to chime in on the last one until we resolve all this stuff that Larry finds out. So.
Oh, yeah, we would.
Okay, we'll put a pin in that for now.
But thank you for letting me do that.
You're
No,
welcome.
I'm done.
Eubus will chime in.
Okay.
Am I gonna be really rich one day?
Are you going to pay me 25 gold to ask that?
I thought it was just 25 gold, and you got to ask 3 questions or 4
No,
questions.
it's 25 gold per question.
Oh, never mind then.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be the one the DM would lie on.
No, I'm only doing it once a day, so he can't lie. That's my point, anyway.
Okay.
Does anybody else have a question they want me to divine? I can literally ask anything.
Yeah, I have my own secrets.
Okay. I guess I'll just wait for Larry on the last day when he gets back.
Okay. Oh man, I'm gonna hold you to it now. But there's so much you could have asked. You have goal to do some investigation.
Ooh, I have a question.
Investigation, and also, and yes, go ahead.
Can we ask, is it possible, is there a weapon in the Dale that we can obtain that will help us kill the Frostmaiden?
You want to pay 25 gold to ask that?
Absolutely. I'll even supply the other parts of the spell that get used up.
He gambles every day. Of course he's gonna pay 25 gold.
So wait,
I
are we
gamble every day, but I have a lot of money.
we all just hanging out at the lodge and Valen's casting this spell?
No, he's casting it once a day. It's kind of like Trafalgar's Lesser Gamble, but
I got you.
it's useful.
It's
Not that
useful.
Lesser Gamble isn't useful.
Hey!
Okay, so that is an interesting question.
Ooh. Rhaegar,
Well, the
Valen's-
question is to kill Frostmaiden. That is.
All right, defeat.
No.
Instead of
You
it-
asked.
No,
No,
you
we're
already
going
asked
with
it
kill.
once.
Okay.
We're going with kill. Okay, so the answer that you get back is that to kill a god is a tall order.
So Valen would say that as the answer.
So the answer that Valen is getting, to kill a god is a tall order. The power to kill a god is not found in baubles or weapons, perhaps. But the power to kill a god is found in hearts and minds.
Power to kill a god is the friends we made
Defeat
along
a
the way.
god. Yeah, but to defeat a god is a different question altogether.
So when Valen says this stuff, Rhaegar would look over at Trafalgar and say,
You are a man of wisdom and experience, and the observable world. Please tell me you don't believe that that heretic is actually a god. Ha! And if so, we have no hope.
I mean, for the record, I didn't ask how to kill a god. I asked how to kill the Frostmaiden.
Then you are with me.
The answer told you.
I say, then I look at Trafalgar, bold and like rage face, and I say,
Then you are with me. She must bleed.
Let's be fair. I don't know what Valen's doing. I think he might be taking some drugs because these weird answers. He's just sort of like sniffing this incense, taking my money, and then giving me cryptic answers.
That's exactly what he's doing.
So-
I feel like I'm being bamboozled here.
Rhaegar would nudge you on the shoulder, Trafalgar, and he would say,
Seems like you have more luck playing that gambling spell that you like.
Oh, I certainly do.
I would give Trafalgar 25 gold and say,
For your lousy question and its lousy
thank you.
answer.
I appreciate that.
Well, gamble, right? You know.
We'll save the last one for when Larry gets back.
I mean, let's find out. No, that's a natural 20 on the wisdom save. So there will be no lesser gamble tonight.
dang.
Right. I mean, you can stop whenever you want to.
That's right. That's why I do my wisdom checks.
You can stop gambling whenever the dice tell you.
Wait,
to.
is that your sanity? Is that your sanity roll to determine whether or not you cripply gamble yourself?
From what Jason has told me, normally after every time I cast Lesser Gamble ritually, I have to roll a wisdom save to see whether or not I cast it again and burn up a spell slot.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna roll a persuasion roll.
Oh, is this a consensual persuasion roll, Trafalgar, for fun? I think it is. Do you think it is too?
Let us know
I
in
mean,
the chat.
does it matter? Because if he whatever he rolls, I mean, I don't know what I'm rolling against.
Well,
I
I
think-
mean, it's. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think what he's saying is the player has to consent to PvP.
No,
persuasion rolls.
I understand that. Normally I wouldn't, but this is a
Right.
fairly harmless endeavor.
Yeah.
I roll a
Alright, what was the-
23.
23. Okay. Trafalgar, what's your wisdom? What's your wisdom modifier?
+1.
+1. Okay.
So there's absolutely no way I can beat this.
Okay.
He would just
so,
meet it at the least.
So how do you want to handle this? Do you want to burn a spell slot on a day it doesn't really matter?
Sure, why not?
All right, that's a 50 gold.
And
100.
that is 97.
97.
That sounds good.
All right.
I don't know.
Poof,
It's a crapshoot.
poof
Yeah, I
into
don't
your
know what-
hand appears a small metallic statue. Go ahead and give me an investigation roll there, sir.
I am definitely good with those. That's a 19 on the die +8, so 27.
Ooh, still got it. This fucking thing is made out of platinum. It's got to be worth at least 300 gold.
Oh, sweet. That's a hell of an investment right there.
Well, you're not going to be able to sell it here. We already bankrupted the town.
Timmy bankrupted the town, not me.
You go to sell that thing, and someone's like, "I'll trade you candles for it. I don't have any gold, though."
Timmy wants to reinvest at the bar.
Timmy absolutely can reinvest at the bar.
Timmy could buy the bar. What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, you couldn't buy the bar, even not even Ubis. That would be. I mean, come on, we're not going to entertain that. Buying the bar.
I don't know. I think that barkeep, the guy who owns the bar has a serious drug
Everything
problem.
Really good that you need. Larry.
Yes?
All right. Day one. So most of the party's out shopping. Shopkeepers hooked on illegal drugs. And they're beginning the tasks that the downtown activities have really
Real
been.
quick, they're not illegal. We don't know what they
might
are.
be. They might be. You guys don't know. And you're beginning the tasks set out. The rest of the party is beginning the tasks they set out to do over the course of this week. Larry is beginning his own personal quest. Larry, you head out towards Tourmaline and arrive after dark.
On a quick note, if he's going to Tourmaline, Trafalgar would request that he pick up if he's when he's coming back this way to make sure he gets the jar of what is it? Dang it.
the alchemy flask or whatever it is.
Yes, the alchemy jug. Thank you.
Yeah. So, we'll get there. Yeah, it's like day one on my to-do list is to visit that whole thing. Yeah.
Okay. Let me pull this up.
Just giving a reminder of that. Ask.
I sent poor Jason an entire day planner for the week, and that is on day one.
Yeah. Let's see here.
And while you're pulling that up, I don't know if you saw in the chat, but after counting days, we actually did determine that this day, like the next day after he gets there, will be day 7 of the Drunken Satyr. So.
Yeah, and he was only around for 7 days, correct?
Yeah, it was supposed to be at the end of.
I don't know. Looking at the thing, hold on, let me make sure.
10 days. 10 days. You have to keep him for 10 days.
Oh, 10 days.
He's drunk for 10 days. I thought the satyr was 7.
No, the satyr is 10 days. Let me see if the butler.
Oh no, you are right. You are right. So he stays as long as the butler does.
Okay.
Yeah, they showed up on the same day.
Awesome. So we still have a few days. Good to know.
Yeah. So the day that would be what, day 2?
All right. So if day 1 is the day that the shopping and the traveling took place,
yes.
Then day 2 in our time frame would be day 7, as far as they're concerned. So 7, 8, 9, 10. So day 10 is actually day 5 of the downtime and the day that Larry hopes to be leaving Tourmaline. But he will be checking in on them on day 1 to make sure that they're still there, that nobody's like made off with them, or the satyr hasn't wandered off or anything, and to see if they need any money. But anyway, but before that, when we get into town that night,
mm-hmm.
the very first thing that. Sorry, were you saying something?
Go ahead.
Okay, all right. The very first thing that happens when they get in, most of it we can just sort of gloss over. But the first thing that happens is when Larry and Daisy get into town, they do sort of spend that first night and early the next morning, just trying to ascertain to see if there's business as usual going on in Tourmaline. Because we know after the Zents had burned down the town hall and like murdered the entire sort of ruling body here. We don't know what happened after that, so we just want to check for signs that like the tavern is working, and it looks like there's a sort of normal sort of business activity is going on in a town.
Absolutely. So you take in.
I can't hear anything you're saying, man.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. But I can only hear you when you say, "Can I hear you now?" Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
I heard most of that.
How about now? Just keeps dropping. It comes in and then it drops. It drops. Can you hear me now?
I heard about half of that.
Well, fuck me.
Sorry.
Do we want to try to go everyone off camera? I mean, we're all coming through fine on our end to each other.
No. I don't have any camera or anything like that up right now. It's all just my bandwidth is shitty. Let me try reducing devices here. Hang on. Really, that's the only thing I can do right there. All right. Well, let's just try. And whenever I start to break up like that, just let me know, and I can try to take a step back and, disconnect, reconnect, whatever needs to happen, okay?
Okay, if I lose you, I'll just raise my hand. Oh, wait, you don't have cameras up. Ha!
I'll try to make my responses short, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, so you arrive in town. Give me an insight check.
Gotcha. Now, I have a question here about these checks that happen, because I can use guidance, and Daisy is there to assist me with just about everything I use. Do I, by default, get like advantage and guidance on my rolls unless you tell me otherwise?
I'm going to have you ask me for it, but you're going to get it right now. That's for sure.
Okay, because yeah,
Absolutely.
Daisy's constantly helping him out, keeping that second set of eyes out there and everything. So insight, that'll be a 19. No,
19.
wait, 21. Sorry, plus 4,
21.
9, 21. 21.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah. So what you find is that the town itself appears to be running mostly as normal. You're able to learn that the death toll from that fire was around 40 people.
Oh, shit.
Okay, in a town of 600, that's a significant loss. It's been a couple days since the fire. Most of the funerals are already done. You pass by the graveyard there in town, and it is definitely showing signs of heavy use. Okay. You learn that about half of the town's militia, the trained militia folk, was killed in that fire. So right now the town is sitting at about 25 soldiers versus 50. And most of the veterans, the sergeants of the militia, died as well. There's only one left. Other than that, things seem to be working. The inn is open. Tavern is open. Town business is being conducted by a new group of townsfolk in a disused warehouse there in town, because there's the town hall itself burned down.
What was that? The warehouse I almost burned down?
Yes, actually.
All right.
No one else was using it, so the town decided to rent it from the owner and use it for this purpose.
Cool. So
that's day one.
Yeah. So I guess what I'll do is I'll kind of summarize my approach to the whole week, so we don't have to go through it. But that's actually
we're going to roll for some specific things, though. I'm going to let you know that now.
Yeah, absolutely. And the first actual day I'm there, I do want to check in on all of our stuff. But okay, so the general approach, what's going to happen is that first night they're going to find an abandoned house that's somewhere to the southwest of town, so kind of near the water, but near the edge of town. They're going to hole up there that night. And then when real early in the morning, like before sunrise, they'll head back out and then re-enter the town sort of in open daylight. And Daisy is going to come in disguised as Mott the Hoople, a retired ranger on a fishing holiday. And he is, so what's going to happen here is during the day, Larry is going to be, shifting his floating proficiency to persuasion. He's going to be talking up people in town, trying to find out what's going on, while Daisy kind of flies around looking for opportunities to eavesdrop and see if there's anything else going on while she's invisible. While he's actually talking to people, she would actually get in there to help him out, using her heart sense and everything else. And then he'll spend part of his days on the pier doing ice fishing to maintain his fishing holiday kind of thing. And then, spend sort of the evenings in the tavern talking people up. When they first get in, he'll do a little bit of shopping and pick up a few things. Don't have to go into the details. And then at night, he'll be staying most of the nights, not all of them, but most of the nights in the east side. He'll make arrangements there. He'll also kind of figure out what happened, or find out what happened after our sudden departure from there 6 days ago. Then because he only needs to do the 4-hour long rest, in the evenings he's going to redisguise himself as a random Duergar and then get all skullduggery on everything, and he and Daisy, all invisible and everything, will go out, do any more sort of like clandestine spying, if need be, if we find good leads, little breaking and entering if necessary, and that kind of thing. And that's going to be like that's going to be most of the days. I sent you the day planner, so you have the whole breakdown.
Yes.
So
I've got it up right here in front of me.
Okay, cool. So that's kind of the general approach that he's taking. But yeah, on the first day that he gets in, he does, check in to buy a few things at the local store, and he is going to check in, I guess, at the stables, right, on the state of like our vehicle and axe beaks and our herd of cows and the satyr and the butler.
Look at my birthday cake.
Hell yeah.
Woo! Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. Don't eat it. It's too pretty.
Yeah. Also, by the way, happy birthday, Wes.
Thank you.
How old are you now?
I'm 45 years old.
45 years young.
Mm-hmm.
Well, happy birthday to you, bud.
Okay.
Happy birthday, bro.
Okay.
Happy birthday.
All right, Larry. So you go to the stables, if you will. You find a beautifully, freshly painted and gleaming and shining Goblin RV, if you will. You find your axe beaks are in tip-top condition. They are beautiful. The plumage is bright and colorful and clean. Their eyes are their eyes are shiny. There's no roominess to their eyes. There's no mucus on their beaks. They're just doing great. You meet the butler, who's a bit standoffish, and you find that the satyr has taken up residence inside the RV, which is inside of the stables. And he has the alchemy jug, and he has fashioned a large straw out of some means, and he spends his entire day drinking from the alchemy jug and staying drunk. So kudos to Trafalgar for thinking of that.
I think Mott the Hoople went there on the pretext of looking to see about possible Axebeak rentals, maybe for a day trip. While he's there, he will clandestinely sort of speak to the butler and just sort of actually, you know what? He'll use the message spell. So a tiny little fae will like come up to the butler and inform him that Trafalgar sent us and just wanted to make sure that he would to make sure they're good on funds if they need any extra cash. And that we may be leaving in a few days, so to be prepared.
Trafalgar would have sent like 10 gold with him. That should be enough to cover for the remainder of the time, but more than enough, really.
That's exactly what's needed. You message the butler, and the butler responds, "Yes, sir. We shall be ready on the morrow of that day. What day will we be departing?"
Quite
Things are well. The satyr is inebriated as usual.
So quite possibly on your final day.
Quite good. I do need to speak with my summoner.
All right,
about
we'll see.
This assignment.
Well, you're doing a bang up job. I am so impressed.
Yes, well, the goblin wagon has been ready for service again for several days now, and the Axebeaks are well cared for. They're fed. They're ready to go.
Quick question. Would you be able to handle getting the cart and the Axebeaks and the cows and the satyr out of town on your own if I were to then catch up and meet you later?
Oh no, sir. I'd never presume to make that sort of decision on my own.
Well, all right. I gotcha. Okay, so adding to Larry's to-do list at some point, he is going to find somebody to hire to possibly drive that cart, to like hitch up and drive that thing back to town. I'm thinking at this point, what I'll do is I'll send them ahead of me by a day and have them leave on day 4, and then after I leave on day 5, I'll catch up with them on the road.
Yeah, that works.
Cool.
Give me a charisma check. You could use advantage on this one and guidance because again, benefits of a familiar.
You said charisma. Is that persuasion? Because whenever he's doing social, his floating proficiency is persuasion.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, go. It makes a difference. Okay, so that will be a total of 25.
25. Oh yeah, you find a young halfling. Oh yeah, you need me to drive the wagon back to Bridgeshander, you said?
Yes, my good lad. So you'll set out on the road to Bryn Shander, and it takes a bit to get there. So you'll be leaving. Actually, if I'm gonna. Oh dear. How long does it take for the cart to get back to Bryn Shander?
The cart's not really slow. With the ag speaks hooked up to it, it's fast enough to get there. You could certainly catch up to it outside the gates by the time it makes to Bryn Shander.
All right, so
probably even hook the cows to the front of it along with the axe beaks to take it.
Yeah, if you send it on day 5, oh yeah, the cows are
right. So
lovely.
Cool. So we'll send him out like crack of dawn day 5.
Okay, crack of dawn day 5.
Yep.
That way you can catch up with him on the road, and you wouldn't necessarily have to worry about something like I don't know, wolves.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. Okay. Now,
did you say hi to Anubis?
Yeah, did you say hi to Anubis?
Probably doesn't say hi, but just sort of like side eyes and gives a solemn nod to Anubis.
Yeah, there is a
nod of respect.
It's a long-haired cow, very dark furred, with soulful brown eyes. It sees you, Larry, and you're in disguise, so it doesn't know who the fuck you are. But it seems to be looking around for someone. It's missing someone very special to it.
Aww.
Damn Skippy.
It doesn't have its special someone to lick.
Nope.
All right. So that
also,
handles. Yeah.
Also, just to point out, because I didn't summarize what it is Larry is looking for. So, because we didn't explicitly state this in the last session, so I should probably say it out loud. Larry's working theory is that because of the timing and the brutality of what the Zentarum did here in Tourmaline, he suspects the Zents are going to use this town hall meeting for some sort of coup attempt. So he's looking.
You're back in Bryn Shander letting the party know this?
No,
not yet.
Well, he had actually already filled the party in on this. We just never had a chance to get to his conspiracy board in game last time. So we kind of did that. I did that in the RP channel.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
so his so he kind of let them know what the theory was and why he was coming here to sort of look at it. So he thinks there's going to be, which is also why Valen was doing that scrying, was because Larry had sort of mentioned that.
Yeah. So over the course of the week too, by the way, since you left out the clue board there with everything there, obviously the rest of the people at the party are going to spend more time kind of looking on this, so they're going to know what the heck you're up to, or what your aims and what your goals are. Maybe not what you find out
until our robot maid cleans the table.
Oh, she's not going to clean that up. She's there to answer the door for everybody who comes and knocks, and all that good stuff.
So, all right. So what I'm specifically looking for in here is I want to understand this new power structure in town. You said there were new people in charge. I want to sort of find out who these people are, and I want to find out what the town thinks of these people. and I want to find out if there's any sort of like grumblings, any sort of like resistance, and if there's anyone in town demonstrating any kind of leadership. And more specifically, I want to get like evidence and conversations pertaining to whatever the Zent's plans are, who they might be working with or against. I want to.
Let me tell you what you can get. Let me tell you what you can get. Okay. First of all, you do spend some time fishing, so I need you to make some rolls for that.
Oh, damn it.
Because that's important. Let's see. Where's my fishing? Okay. Give me a survival check.
Okay. Okay. That's going to be... I assume since I can like take my time with this, I can do all my stuff, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. So that will be 19 plus 8 is 27.
Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and roll a d8 here. I'm going to roll 2d8, and we'll take the higher number. So that's 6. And so I need you to go ahead and now make a strength athletics check.
Okay, I don't think I would be able to get any advantage or anything on that. That wouldn't make any sense. Okay.
I would say...
Sorry, I lost you. What?
You could have guidance on that.
Okay. My athletics is pretty good. Because I'm weak, so I specialized in it. That's not bad. It's a 18.
18's good. Alright, so I'm all focused. Roll twice. Those you hooked, you were able to pull in 4.
Sorry, I lost all that.
Actually,
You're a robot.
Fish,
Robot
large,
voice.
Robot voice.
Underwater robot.
4 large knucklehead trout. You're able to get 4 knucklehead trout.
Okay, well, anything that I pick up fishing, I'm basically just going to bring to the tavern for like evening meal to give there. So I'm not going to sell anything. I'm just going to.
Right. So you basically drink for free, and probably bar further. We're not going to tomorrow coffee. You are going to go ahead and be able to craft enough arrows.
You're kind of breaking up there. We're catching like every third syllable.
God.
If you were swearing there, we didn't catch that either.
Yeah, we missed the good word. Oh well.
So if we're not doing combat, folks, do we want to just get rid of the VTT map screen for Jason, have him shut it down? He could just be on the Discord voice call, and then I'll put up a static background.
I mean, I'd be okay with that for Jason.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Doesn't matter to me.
Did you hear me, Jason?
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
We're all level 10 now.
Ay caramba.
I still can't get Chrome to work, so it doesn't even matter for me.
Are you serious?
I think
VTT's not
every
working
time
for
he-
you still?
Every time he drops out, we should get another level.
Did we win the campaign?
That's why we're level 10 now.
Can you?
Hey,
Almost. So close.
Oh, fucking hell!
hey, do you want
Look at
to,
that.
Jason? Do you want to just close out of above VTT since we're not really doing anything that requires the map or anything?
That's going to have a big matter of devices, and perhaps there's some.
Just do it.
Well, I can't close him out. He has to close it out.
Already done that.
So you're just on a Discord call right now?
I'm looking at Task Manager. I'm using 0.1% of my network connection.
Jason, do you Do you get better cell service where you are or internet service? Because you could download the Discord app and be on from that instead of
Your headset, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the mic will pick up just fine. I do that sometimes when I have to walk around the house with the baby. I'll log out of this Discord on my computer and join the voice call.
Well,
Hey.
is that better?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna fucking work off of this.
What was it?
I am now on my cell phone.
Awesome.
Oh, that's way better.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, just do your voice on that, man. Especially since you don't do video or anything.
All right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, here I am. Woo!
Yay!
Okay. So maybe that's going to be all part of the past now. We're all done with fucking skipping internet and bullshit like that. Fuck you. Fuck you, internet. Fuck you.
Wait, Jason, what was that? You were breaking up there a little
Yeah,
bit.
you might have had a really bad. Was your Thursday a Monday?
Wow.
Yeah, I think his
We're kidding,
Thursday.
we're
I think
kidding.
his Thursday was a Monday.
Lord.
It doesn't do this when I'm working from home, unfortunately.
Yes,
Well,
when
it's
you're having
because all
fun.
your neighbors are at home watching porn right now.
You know what? That's probably exactly what it is.
Even though you live in BFE, y'all are sharing the same copper wire, and Cletus is at home, just like
Fucking hell.
crushing the network.
All right, so we're back. Okay, so yeah, so you're bartering. Successfully going to be able to barter, very easily barter. You know, the best barter. You're bartering the best. Knucklehead trout. In exchange for your room when you are staying in a room, and in exchange for your drinks and meals and things like that. So you're doing just fine on that. Okay. Woo! All right. Give me an investigation check. You can make it with advantage. You can use your D4.
Cool.
Did I hear an ice cube clink over there? Are you preparing a whiskey drink?
I need a whiskey drink after dealing with this fucking internet.
So investigation's my worst thing, and I nat 20'd on it, so it's a 24 in total.
Nice.
Hell,
24.
yes.
That's the one I was worried about.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna consolidate down some of this stuff into. Basically, it's using the downtime stuff. With a 24, I'm going to go ahead and give you a little bit more than what you would naturally have gotten, because you're there doing this for days, and you're doing it in disguise. You are investigating everything that you fucking possibly can. So, I have your list of questions and things that you're looking for right now. Right off of the document you sent me.
Cool.
All right, I'm going to have you pick 4 of them, and you're going to find out how deep the fucking rabbit hole goes. That's 4 of the 7.
Okay, 4 of the 7. All right. Let's see. Well, I definitely want to know what the Zent plans are for the meeting.
Okay. You are out and about one night, and you're following a new member of the town council.
Can the new member's name be Newman?
No, it's Puyet Shank.
Newman.
So you follow Puyet Shanks, and
Did you say P.F. Shanks?
No, P Shanks.
I was like, oh, it's like the restaurant.
Yeah, P.F. Shanks. It's a half orc. It's orcish eatery.
That's canon now.
Yeah, it's canon. Snipping tool. I want to post this right the fuck there. You're able to follow this individual really easily. They're not really very good at any kind of stealth or anything like that. And I'll go ahead and post them. Right? Yeah. Into the Discord. Where's the Discord? Sure, Shanks. This is a new member of the town council. You overhear the conversation. She is boasting about her nephew. Her nephew is a member of the town guard for Targos, the militia for Targos. He is one of their sergeants, so he's a non-commissioned officer, if you will, in the militia there. She's boasting about how if it wasn't for him, he would never have the opportunity to serve on the town council here. You're able to learn from her also, following her around, that the plan is to basically, the topic comes up, what do the other towns say about Tourmaline being so close with Targos now? And she basically argues, who the fuck cares? There's no authority in Bryn Shander that has control over Targos, over Tourmaline. The towns are independent. What are they going to say? What are they going to do? Nothing. There's no army. And she also shares that the speaker of Targos, he seems to be moving quickly with his plans for Tourmaline, as if he's under a time crunch. You're able to infer this, and you're hearing, and you're able to infer that he seems to be under some kind of time crunch. Okay? So to answer your question truthfully and fully about what Targos plans to do at that meeting, it is likely to attempt to derail that meeting, to confuse, to obfuscate, and to just, waste everyone's time. And also put barriers up between anyone being able to do anything about what has happened here.
Being able to do anything about what's happened in Tourmaline?
Yes. So that's 1 out of 4.
Quick question. When we were in Bryn Shander, did we get the impression this town meeting was like a normal thing, or was this town meeting being called for a specific purpose?
So the meeting of the speakers is something that happens regularly, usually once a month. This is the next meeting, but it's really being considered kind of a special meeting because right now there's some weird shit happening with the town of Tourmaline. And before you left, you and Ubis both met with the sheriff of Bryn Shander and relayed your concerns about what's happening with the Zentarum into 10 towns, as well as the Duergar.
So at this point, are you still away from Bryn Shander gathering intel?
Yeah, I'm up in Tourmaline for the week.
Okay.
So.
All right, so the next thing that you're trying to figure out...
How long is this going to take?
Well, I'm setting it... You're all going to be aware of this too, so...
Yeah, so this is just save having to debrief, so everybody's hearing. Larry will convey this all when he gets back.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. So I guess the next thing on my list here that would be the priority is I'd like to know who the Zents might be working with or for or against.
Okay, so they're certainly working against Tourmaline. They took over. The town itself of Targos is considered to be a rival of Bremen and Lonelywood, but that seems to be, smaller concerns compared to the overwhelming concern of a Duergar threat to the 10 towns and this ongoing winter. So as far as they're working against, it appears to be they are nominally in opposition to the unity of the 10 towns as a whole. I'll tell you that. And I'll also tell you that it's no one that you're able to speak with knows anything about who they may be working with. It seems that Speaker Maxwell Danar of Targos knows something that he's not sharing. Again, there seems to be some sort of time crunch. Like it won't matter what the rest of the towns want when it comes to their actions in Targos after a certain point.
Okay, cool. We don't have to like go into details here, but during his time here, he does want to sort of get the breakdown of who now here and who on the delegation, I guess, is going to be going. Like who they are, which ones are actually 10 towns residents, and which ones are possibly Zentarum that are sort of showing up. So we don't have to go through all that now, but just so that when we do encounter them, he kind of knows who's who. And at some point, maybe like during some time where he has that time available, he'll even do like little sketches in the book that Daisy's taking notes in.
All right, so here's the biggest part of that you find out is you find out that to this meeting, Tourmaline is not sending a new speaker. They're not sending a delegation. They have the individuals that have come to power, for lack of a better descriptor, in the town council, the new town council, have elected to have their interests represented at the speakers' meeting by Speaker Nerth Maxwell Danar of Targos.
Oh, wow.
They're not sending anyone.
Oh, wow. Okay, that changes things considerably. Represented by, I'll ask you for that name, I guess.
You are able to get with Daisy to go out and do her thing. The individuals that have been selected for this new town council, you're able to tail them for portions of the week. They're not nice people. One of them is that lady that wants to sell strange animals in the middle of the night out of her cart.
I liked her.
She's not a very nice person. If you were on fire, she probably wouldn't piss on you. You were not able to really spot any Zentarum tattoos, the winged serpent tattoos, because of how bundled up everyone is. It would be far more difficult to do that, but you can infer their presence from what else you're able to learn.
Okay, there's no delegation. All right, that changes everything. And let's see, for the last thing, let's see. I guess the last thing is just to see if I can get a feel for the townsfolks, to see what they think of the current situation and the ruling class at this point, and if there is any kind of like a resistance or opposition to what's going on.
So you are looking for anyone who may be a little bit opposed.
Yeah, I'm gonna sort of take the pulse of the town. Are they okay with the leadership? Or are they not like pissed off about 40 people dying, or what?
When you take the pulse of the town, there is a retired individual who was the previous speaker. She was the adopted parent of Oris Masthew, the speaker that you guys met with and cleared the mine for. She has begun secret meetings at night at the inn. And you sit in on one of them, and it's a lot of whispers, and there does seem to be an undercurrent of resistance to these close ties, these close, almost suspiciously spontaneous ties to Targos.
Is there any mention of the Zentarum and all that?
Not unless you mention it.
Nah, I'm not going to directly get involved in anything. I don't want to start shit. Okay.
You would know that people come to Icewind Dale from the south for many reasons. There's many a person that may bear the mark of the Zentarum who no longer is affiliated with them. So it's not something that immediately piques the interest of someone who might notice.
Okay, in those meetings, is there any noise about doing something about any of this?
Not as of yet.
Okay. All right. Well, that's 4. I guess that is if he gets all that, then by day 5, then early morning on day 5, he'll make sure that the little convoy gets underway to start heading back to Bryn Shander. I think I had all that weird shit that I did on day 4, so with my fishing day trip and everything. But then on day 5, he'll start that off, and then we'll then slip out of town later in the day after sort of closing out all the affairs and everything, and then catch up, I guess, maybe like an hour on the road with the convoy going back to Bryn Shander.
Yeah, but you do find a fisherman who's willing to do that favor for you.
Cool. Awesome.
All right, so they do that favor for you. This is a fisherman that you spotted at the nighttime meeting there at the east side.
Okay, all right. Good, perfect. Okay.
So you have that time that's following you, that time there, okay?
All right. So yeah, then we'll head back.
Okay. Give me a survival check.
Sure. Yeah, it's like 27.
Okay, cool. That was secretly for the caravan ahead of you.
Was I supposed to roll a regular survival check or one of my survival checks?
What is that regular?
I mean, regular, it's just like +8, but I did the whole thing with, like, if I do checks like that and have Daisy to help me and shit.
Oh, no. We're fine.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you know this, but just not to metagame, but Amubis is there, taking the lead, getting people where they need to go. And there's something, Amubis is now feeling they're heading closer to something that they've been missing for days now. Someone perhaps that's very special to them. Someone perhaps who they've missed. They feel them drawing closer.
Yeah, and Larry takes his orders on the way back from Daisy and Amubis.
Right. And I don't know if you've ever rolled 3 wolves and had them go up against multiple cows, but actually that's pretty fair for the cows. So, Larry, you make it back relatively early in the day on the last day. I'm not going to say it's, this is the last day before the meeting. The meeting is tomorrow. Actually, I said relatively early. Let's call it the end of the day. Everyone is back at the whatchamacallit, the lodge, if you will. Everyone's there. Larry, you probably you're going to have to put the cows somewhere. Do you bring any of the cows with you?
Well, yeah, I mean, we're just going to roll up on the house, and the first thing to do is sort of pass off like the cow stuff and the satyr stuff and the butler stuff to those that are associated with those things.
Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and add some stuff to this map because we're going to go back to using VTT now. All right, so Larry's going to explain all of that information to everyone. Okay. Do any of you guys have questions for Larry about what he's learned on his fact-finding expedition?
No.
So Rhaegar, as dumb as he is, would say to Larry,
Well, you said there's a problem with those dwarves from the Underdark and some criminal organization in Tourmaline. What do you think is the most pressing issue, Larry?
I don't actually know now. So from what I'm gathering, oh yeah, and the one last question for Valen.
Yeah.
For that final scrying thing, just because Larry didn't find actual evidence that they actually plan a coup for the meeting, could you just like straight up ask, are the Zents going to attempt a coup of the 10 towns during the meeting?
Well, I already asked if they were going to attack.
Yeah, you asked if they were going to attack. That's not my question, because it doesn't necessarily have to be an attack to stage a coup.
Because that was Jason's answer, was not physically.
Yeah, so I'm looking specifically, are they planning on attempting a coup?
Okay, Valen will cast divination and ask that.
Because all I got was that they plan to sort of run interference and confuse things.
As you go to cast your spell, Rhaegar looks over at you, Valen, and says,
Brother, do not forget that one time you used a special trinket.
And I take my hand up in the air and kind of swish it around like the necklace dangling over his palm when he cast Augury in the caves with the Scrimshaw bone necklace of the panther I gave him.
Okay. I mean, I'm burning my incense and I have my magical focus. It can be anything. It can be the necklace. Yeah.
All right, yeah. So you use that. You cast a spell. You ask the question. You ask the question: are the Zentarum attempting a coup? The question comes back is strangely very clear. The answer that comes back is strangely very clear. The answer that comes back is no.
Okay. All right, y'all know what I do. What do you think we should do?
Rhaegar says,
By the power of Crom, the answer is clear. Larry, do you feel more at ease now? Can we find a way to start killing that witch? Or those strange purple men crawling up from the dark?
No, oddly, I feel less at ease. So, I mean, what's anybody else think of all this?
Rhaegar would look over at Gemma and say, in giant,
Gemma, how do you weigh on these strange findings? Can you trust him?
You're gonna have to wake me up first. Because I've been sleeping.
Are you in the house?
Wherever we are, I've just been sleeping.
So, you said we are in the house?
Yes.
So Rhaegar would go knock on Ubis's door and call for her name as Gemma and Goliath to ask that question. See if I could wake her up. I would say,
Gemma, join us for the meeting.
Oh, okay. It's just been so long that I had to go take a nap. Yeah, I'll come down and meet you.
All right, so you guys go ahead and move your tokens to where you're going to be. Larry, you're in there.
And he brought Anubis back?
Yeah.
I want to go visit Anubis.
All right.
Where am I?
That's the easiest thing. I would think that the ice butler, the satyr, and maybe the cows would go with you, Larry, back to the house. The wagon and the axe beaks would be in the stable,
Yeah, that was actually my point. Is that the butler needs to talk to Trafalgar, Amubis needs to reunite with Eubis, and the satyr needs to finish the exchange with Valen. So kind of handing all that off.
Okay.
Which one's a Mubis? It doesn't matter.
Pick one. Oh, that's a
The
move.
top one. And I gotta give Amubis. I give Amubis a big hug.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Uh oh. What kind? Just Dex or something?
Yeah, dex save.
From getting licked. Oh, come on. Roll that one. Oh,
You can
no.
choose to fail your save.
I rolled a 21, but I'm going to fail it.
Okay. Anubis sees you and wags her tail, hops on her haunches there, hops on her feet. When you come up, instinctively you lean back at first when she nudges you in the face. But you say, you know what, that's fine. So you lean forward a little bit instead of dodging. You catch the broad, wet tongue of this cow from your neck to the top of your head.
Oh, jeez.
It is warm and sticky, quickly turning ice fucking cold, but you don't care because you've got that ring of warp.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, this cow is looking your face like a salt block. It's just so happy to see you.
I go, okay. Hey, you just stay out here. We'll be, we got some stuff to talk about.
So the cow looks at you. Give me an insight check there, Evis.
On a cow.
Yeah, on a cow.
Okay. Let's see.
Maybe it's a magic cow. I don't know.
It could be. Oh, hell yeah. 25.
25? It seems like Amubis understands you more clearly than you would expect a cow to. It's suspicious. But she seems very happy to see you, so take of that what you will.
I gotta take care of your cow brethren and sisters. Make sure they're okay. We're gonna go back I'm gonna go back inside.
Okay. All right. So, question: the drunken satyr. Did the drunken satyr have an agreement to be kept drunk with Valen?
Yeah.
Yes, Valen was the one who cast Lesser Gambling, got the satyr.
Yeah.
So his agreement was with Valen specific.
Yeah. So here is what happens with the satyr.
Okay.
So the satyr agreed that if you keep him drunk for 10 days, if you keep him drunk for 10 days, 10 fucking days, keep him drunk, I'm gonna give you 2 pieces of magic. I'm gonna make you some magic equipment.
Yeah.
All right. So he does that. All right, so let me go ahead and open up the magic item table.
So, in Valen's character sheet, his preference was for boots and coat, but whatever you want to give me is fine.
Okay. So here's the choice. The satyr's gonna go, I was just boots and coat. I can do that. Or this my sippy cup here you let me have for the last couple of days. It's been really nice. I can give you better than the boots and the coat. If you want, I'll do the boots and the coat. But if you want, I do better than the boots and the coat.
What is better exactly?
Rarer.
Okay, well, I mean, that one's a bit of a gambler, so he'll go with better.
Okay. Sure. Okay. Ooh, okay.
Gotta keep it interesting, right?
That's right. I'm looking for the right table to use on this one. I really like this one. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna roll a couple things here. All right, bear with
So
me.
funny if Valen get like a built of giant strength or something.
That would be amazing.
All right, let me check. So the first item that the satyr pulls out from what appears to be a tiny belt pouch or on his belt. He's not wearing pants, but he is wearing a belt because otherwise, where's he going to put his suspenders? This is right here. This is it's a wand.
Okay. What does it? I guess I can cast Identify on it later.
I don't know what it does. It's a really good wand.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else?
Yeah. Hold on. There's two things, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. He's like rifling through a bag, like a drunken Santa Claus.
That just created like a mental image in my head, like.
He's like, nah, it's just serious with a potion. Nah, not a fucking potion. Better than the potion. Let's see. Potion. No, that's not right. No, that's not a hat. A hat? Do you need a hat? No.
Yeah. I could
a hat?
use a hat.
Likes a hat.
I
You
mean,
want a hat?
I have a hat, but I mean.
No, you've got a hat already. All right. Let's see. Here's staff. Staff? He sneezes, and a staff just clatters out of his nose onto the ground.
Oh God. Is that Valen would ask? Is that for me?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't want the hat, you can have this.
Okay, so I'll take the staff. Does he know what they do? Or
I don't know what they do. I just think they're cool. I think that they're powerful.
Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate you holding up your end of the deal.
Yeah, so he goes, can I keep this? And he holds up the alchemy jug.
That's up to my friend Trafalgar.
Now, Trafalgar, question for you: is that an alchemy jug made by? That's not one made by your infusions, correct?
No, that one came specifically from Lesser Gamble.
Correct. Okay. Up to you.
Negative. I mean, unless he wants to exchange it for something of equal magical value.
No.
Then you'll have to find someplace else to get drunk. I hear there's a very good bar in town.
I'm gonna go to that bar. Hey, Timmy, I'm gonna go to that bar. You remember that bar? You remember that bar?
I vaguely remember that bar. What's the name of the bar?
What's the name? No, the one in the summer court. What's the name of the bar?
It was happy-go-lucky bar.
I'd like to think that Timmy doesn't remember any bar.
Yes.
All right. And he burps, and a little bit. You can see a little bit of vomit comes in his mouth. And he goes, "Till we meet again," and just like snaps his fingers, and with a crackle and a pop, he teleports away. To where he goes, no one knows.
So at some point, Valen would cast Identify on them. You can tell me what they are.
The first one
Okay.
is a wand of polymorph.
Ooh, oh, nice.
This is really fucking nice.
Is it a rechargeable wand, or does it have a set number of charges?
It is a rechargeable wand.
Ooh.
Oh man, that's gonna come in real handy.
That's gonna be nice.
The next item is a staff. I can't seem to find the one I was looking for. I'm in his character sheet right now. Let's see, is this one it? Yeah, that's it. The next one is a staff of fate.
Oh, very fitting.
What now?
Staff of fate.
That's a good item.
But here's the thing.
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
I haven't either.
It sounds amazing.
What this does, it has the property called Altered Outcome. Okay? It carries 6 charges, and it lets you, as a bonus action, expend 1 charge, and it basically acts as a ranged guidance for someone as a bonus action.
Nice.
Okay? And it only lasts until the beginning of your next turn, but it can give a bonus. Okay? This is also one of those ones that once you use the last charge, you have to roll to see if it recharges or if it blows up. But it can be very clutch in the right situation.
Are you giving me the +3 bonus to attack and damage with it?
Yes, but for Valen that is a -1. It's and he's not really really proficient in it. I don't believe.
Well, he's gonna kill it if we find a pinata.
Well, he's not proficient in strength, but he's proficient in quarterstaff.
No, it does. It is a +3 quarterstaff, so he has a +5 to hit with it if he was in a situation to hit.
Nice.
Awesome.
All right, we'll get rid of the other quarterstaff.
Because right now he has a -1 to hit something.
And that's those 2 things.
Awesome. Thank you.
Trafalgar.
Yes.
Do you happen to remember the name of your icy butler?
Oh, Cadbury? Of course I do. Cadbury, old chap, it's lovely to see you.
Yes, Master Trafalgar. Sir, this is the last day of my service. I must say, though, that the last 10 days have been absolutely dreadful. My ability
Yes, I completely understand, and I apologize for that. You've done very well in my service. You took care of Amubis and the others very well. You did probably the best that any butler could ever do. I mean, I hear the axe beaks are in prime condition. Well done, sir.
I don't mean to interrupt you, sir. No disrespect is meant, but I am capable of managing estates stretching miles, mansions with hundreds of rooms, palaces even. And I was put in charge of 4 cows, a wagon, a drunken satyr, and 4 axe beaks.
But who else could have done it but you? And also, I would like to point out, not my fault, and I will point over to Larry and be like, if you'd like to have words with someone, talk to him. He's the one that took us away on no notice.
He looks around at the lodge that you guys are now living in, and he gives a shiver, which is very strange to see a butler made of ice do. And he goes, frankly, this location would be have been quite as bad as well.
Well, that's your opinion, isn't it?
It is my opinion, sir. And I would say it's been a pleasure, but goodbye.
Goodbye, Kendall.
And hey, man. Hey, man, I'm not the one who teleported us the first 2 times.
So
that's not on me.
Bradbury melts into a very large puddle of water across the room.
Rhaegar looks at Trafalgar and says, I didn't say much about him. He was quite handy. I have a strange request.
All right.
Do you have that hat that you made from that strange beast still?
Which hat are you talking about?
The one with the tentacles that hang off the sides of your head that you could pull.
I believe Valen actually has that.
Yeah. Valen has the squid hat.
I look over at Valen and I say,
Valen plays the squid game.
Sworn brother Valen, may I borrow your hat?
Okay, but just be careful with it because it's very powerful.
So Rhaegar takes the hat in his hands and he bows his head and he says in giant a little prayer to himself and he says, Great Crom, in all of your mercy, please revive your ice kin. He was an example of your great power and wisdom. And I take the hat and put it down on the puddle of water and I stand back a few feet in reverence and I say, Now we will wait for Crom to do his deeds.
Roll me.
And the only person that would know what I said is Gemma.
I'm the only one that understands.
That's actually not true. Trafalgar also knows Giant.
Oh,
that's right.
Because of the docent that auto translates for him.
Another of your gamble things.
No, I've had the docent. That was my big secret.
Oh shit.
So, but why did you want the helm of telepathy?
I figured it would be a means to bring our friend back.
How so?
I mean,
magical hats have been known to summon.
Rhaegar's not smart.
Is that a frost?
Nobody ever exactly blessed Rhaegar with an abundance of brains.
No, we know that.
There was this one time that it happened, I promise.
Like there's a man made out of snow, and then he melted, and then the children took the hat, and he came back to life.
So are you literally hoping to do a Frosty the Snowman here? Is that what's going on?
Sounds like it.
You know about him too?
I mean, there must have been some magic in that old silk hat they found.
Right. Only the hat was made out of a seal's head.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see this magic in the old slug hat. Give me a religion check, Ryan. Rhaegar, why not? Why the fuck not?
Religion check, let's go. That's a 19 on die.
Oh shit.
I think my religion's -1, but I'll check for you.
Okay.
That's funny.
Rhaegar just created Frosty. Oh, come on. Skills, religion, +1. It's a 20. Dirty 20.
Oh no. That's hilarious.
That's amazing.
So with a dirty 20, it's not going to be as good as a nat 20. But with a dirty 20,
the DM give and the DM take it away.
you see the hat begin to rise under the floor as ice crystallizes. It makes it about halfway up, about to Trafalgar's waist. And you see the eyes snap open on the face of this ice creature. And you hear Cadbury's voice. Oh, greetings, new master. Oh, fuck. No. Fuck no.
It's not that bad.
And when he yells out, "I'm switching gods," he shatters into little.
Did he say I'm switching gods?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's hysterical.
He rejected you, God.
Well, no. Rhaegar would just be fascinated that his prayer to Crom actually worked. So, like, more of his faith in Crom has been renewed.
All right, so you guys have been informed that about the Zentarum plans for the meeting, that they plan to disrupt and deflect criticism of them, of the Targos, town of Targos. You've been informed that Naeth Maxildonar is acting like he has some sort of secret backer, and he has some sort of hidden associate, if you will, and there's a timeline involved. People, give me insight checks with just normal rolls, just normal insight rolls, because this is going to be something like coming up. This is like pondering things, discussing with Larry, discussing the week. You know, Larry, Rhaegar lost 100 gold betting on Timmy, but Timmy won 2,000 fucking gold betting on Rhaegar. You know. But as things start to sink in, I want to hear what your insight checks are going to be after hearing the investigation that Larry's done, and also the outcome of that last divination. So Larry got a 10. You just got a 10.
You got 20.
Balin Mo was 17.
Balin got a 17. What did Timmy get?
Eight.
Okay. Timmy, what did you get?
A nat 20.
Nat fucking 20.
Nice.
Oh yeah, Timmy.
Of all the things to roll tonight, you know.
You must have been drinking.
I like to think he already just went to the bar and just started like pounding his 2,000 gold into the bar.
Timmy's actually like a politician that still hasn't quite bloomed yet. That's what it is. He has deep insight on this kind of thing.
I feel like this game is the opposite of an anti-drug PSA.
Yes.
All right, Timmy, I'm whispering you a message here because you're the one that comes to this realization.
And so, yeah, while you're whispering, I think Larry's just going to be like, you know, I didn't find what I thought I was going to find. I was hoping there was going to be somebody to hit, but there isn't. And this is all politics and shit. I don't know what to do about all this. I'm at loss.
So are you saying that you still haven't found what you're looking for?
Oh,
well, I mean,
God.
I did find what I was looking for. It just turned out to not be what I needed.
That's because you traveled streets with no names.
Oh, God. Okay, I gotta go. I'll see y'all later.
You know, you can't always get what you want.
But sometimes you might find you get what you need.
Oh, God.
I hate all of you.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh, somebody's typing something.
I believe that's Jason.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
Jason's whispering to me. Apparently.
Did Eubus's harbor contact already leave town on their mission?
He already left town.
Damn.
No, that my heart contact left. Yeah.
Okay, that might have been somebody good to loop in on all this.
No,
she
I mean,
knows
I can contact her anytime.
Yeah, she knows everything that the party knows up to this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up to Larry coming back from his fact finding.
Wait, so she already knows what Larry found out, or not?
No,
that?
she doesn't know
No,
that.
I mean, I can send a message.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of, like right now, I mean, maybe Timmy will have a much better insight. The only thing I can think of is maybe just share this information with like Imdra in East Haven and Sheriff, what's his name here, and maybe the Harpers. Maybe that'll produce something. I don't know.
She's on a whole nother mission, so.
Am I able to share this insight?
Oh, if you choose to, yes. So
okay.
Timmy, you guys see Timmy, over the course of the night, come to ponder something. He strides over to the table, still laid out with all of the connections, now updated with the findings from Larry spending time in Tourmaline. And he keeps coming back. You keep coming back to something, Timmy. And you realize that there's something that hasn't been brought up by anyone here yet. But you think you might have cracked the case. Go ahead.
So Timmy comes up to the table after, with his fifth beer. He's like, guys, what if the speaker of Targos is in bed with the Durgar?
So he's sleeping with dwarves?
Maybe. I don't know, but it's a possibility.
Timmy, are you kink shaming?
I just throw out the kink, and you can shame all you like, but I'm not going to judge the kink.
Let us not forget, young lizard, you were in love with that woman Indra, and that was a strange match too.
Well, but yeah, I mean that was kind of my assumption when I was going up there. That I mean, it doesn't make any sense that the Zentarum are acting in a vacuum. Their plans have to have something to do, with we got the Duergar going on, we got the Oralites going on. I was hoping I was going to be able to make a decisive connection when I was up there, but I couldn't find any evidence to that effect. So I mean, yeah,
when you say Oralites, Rhaegar perks up and he says,
"Wait a minute. Do you mean she has more who worship her, like that other druid we met?"
Well, all right. I mean, not necessarily worship her, but one of the things they already found out earlier is that these Duergar, they're worshippers of various devils, Asmodeus in particular, and they seem to be working in cahoots with Auril, the Oralites, and the Frost Druids are in cahoots with them as well. It just doesn't make any sense that the Zentarum would be acting and in a way that wasn't associated with all that, because why the hell would the Zentarum come up to the 10 towns and start, doing all this shit unless, like in the middle of Auril's long winter, unless it was related.
In cahoots, indeed.
Do you think it's possible that they're hoping this alliance between those hellish dwarves and the heretics of that Frost Witch will cause such a disturbance to the unity of the towns that they can swoop in and create their own society?
Well, yeah, I mean, what's going on here with the Zentarum, they're looking, one of the things I definitely know is that they're looking to undermine the unity of the 10 towns, which would reduce their resistance, it'll weaken them so that whatever the Duergar and the Oralites have in store, the 10 towns will be less likely to be able to respond to it. I just don't know what the fuck to do about it right now. I was hoping there'd be somebody to hit, but unless we want to go hit the speaker of Targos on his way here, I'm not sure what to do about it.
I guess we should go to the meeting at least and see what they say.
I agree.
Maybe
as much as it bores me, maybe we should hear out what they say.
Maybe go armed though.
Well, I'd like to at least forewarn, the folks that we've been in touch with in the 10 towns that all this shit's going on. We can send something to Imdra, we can let the sheriff here know about it. Loop them in. I'm not sure how much I trust the speaker here, but I think I'm okay with the sheriff.
Do we have time at the meeting tomorrow?
Guys, do you think that like the speaker of Targos, would be able to align with the Dugard warlords because the 10 towns are kind of isolated from each other?
Yeah, I mean, like both in distance and politically, they've always been super independent, and so it wouldn't be too hard for him to drive a wedge.
And how far away is the rest of the Zentarum? How far away is the boss of Nereth Maxildenon, the speaker of Targos? He's his superiors are very, very far away. And what happens? What does middle management like to play? Middle management likes to play.
So yeah, I mean, the only thing I can think of that we could do to respond to this actively would be to go, trying to intercept the delegation from Targos. But I mean, that would be that's risky. I don't know. The other thing to do is just wait until it happens, and maybe Ubis can like counteract whatever the fuck political shit that they're trying to do with her wily ways. I don't know. But definitely,
I don't think we need to like interfere with them while they're on their way. I think we should let it play out.
All right. Yeah. I don't really have a good pretext for doing this. So I agree.
I just think that way we get a better view of what what's actually going on.
So Rhaegar would look at Larry and Ubis as we sit around to talk, and I would say,
well, I think maybe. Would it be possible for your special connections, Gemma, to find out more about the Harpers? About the, excuse me, I got mixed up. The dragon snake people, aren't they not in opposition with your special contacts? And would they not be able to gain more on information to go along with what Larry found out?
Do you know that I'm a Harper?
No, I just know that you have somebody strange that you talk to.
And you just assume it's a Harper?
No. Okay, so yeah, I don't know, I guess.
I haven't told anyone.
That's true.
Yeah, Ubis has been very shifty about who this contact is.
Yeah. It's just a homeless woman.
You were with Ubis when he met with a homeless woman for an inordinate amount of time. But you were shit-faced. So
no, I wouldn't have known that. I'm sorry. I thought that it had come out in this game earlier when I was listening.
It's just some homeless woman.
Okay, my bad.
That I like to give money to.
Retcon.
So yeah, if we're gonna sort of just let it play out and see what happens, can we at least like send a message over to East Haven and talk to the sheriff here, let him know what we know?
So Sheriff Markwell Southwell, he is in town here in Bryn Shander, as far as you know. He's the one that you spoke with when you guys first arrived back in Bryn Shander after being out on the Dale, and informed that there seemed to be a Zentarum threat that was involved with Tourmaline, as well as a Duergar active in the 10 towns as well.
Yeah. So I mean, is it okay with everybody to let the sheriff know about? Does anybody have any objections to that?
Sheriff Markham has been good to us, allowing us in the town without much grief. I say we tip him off.
All right, let's do that. And I don't know, Ubis, would you be able to send one of them messenger birds over to what's her name? Oh God, what's it now? Amdra, yeah, thank you. Woo. To Amdra to let her know the same thing, so that East Haven is also informed. Would that be all right?
Yeah, I'm gonna make some bacon first, though.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
Awesome. All right.
When you say making bacon, Rhaegar says,
too bad that Cadbury is not here to make this bacon for us.
Yeah, so I'll send an animal messenger to Imdra. That's what I'll tell. I'll go out, I'll walk outside and find a bird.
Give me a luck check.
It's like just a 20.
Yeah. What bird do you want to send? I mean, really.
It's a pterodactyl.
Oh shit! I didn't need. Oh no, I don't need 2 of those. I just need 1 of those. Let's see what I roll. Come on, roll good. Okay, that's a 15.
15? You find a goose.
Oh, sweet. I hate geese.
You cast the spell. The goose does not look at you like it likes you very much.
I'm sure it does. It try to attack me? Because most geese are... Roll a what?
Animal handling.
Oh, God.
Mm.
I'm sure it's
Godspeed, bro.
I'm sure it's going to attack me because geese are horrible. Oh! You know what? It's a 16.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this thing looks like it's going to attack you there for a second. But it doesn't.
I'll just put up my hand and go, hey, chill out, bro.
Quit being a Karen.
And I'll go, and I'll tell the message, and I go, I need you to find, and I'll just describe Imdra.
Okay.
And say where she is. Now get just get out of here.
It flies off into the night.
Man, that thing's gonna have that whole trip to like pent up that goose rage, and it's gonna peck the shit out of Imdra after it delivers that message.
I hope so.
You just sent an angry time bomb of a gift messenger.
Damn right I did.
That's angry time bomb of gift. A goose. Yeah.
Damn right I did.
And Larry's just going to do some bullshit going to the sheriff's office where he like goes through back alleys and changes form like every couple of blocks to make sure that nobody clocks him, and show up at the sheriff's office is looking like somebody completely other than Larry. Like a I don't know, like an old lady going there to complain about her neighbors.
I'll go with you, and I'm gonna cast. Do I have disguise self? I think I do. Do I have disguise self? Oh no, I don't.
Don't bards get to change out their spells every day? Or is that just druids and clerics?
No, I think I can. When I level up, I can change.
Right,
stuff.
bards do it when they level. I forgot.
Oh, I don't have disguise self. I was gonna dress up as Larry.
Oh God!
You show up like 5 minutes later.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Do you want it?
I love how Larry would give the address of our lodge for the old lady's house at the complaint with the mayor, and then you'd step up as Larry and give the same address.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought I had disguise. Damn it! I'm just gonna make some more bacon. Screw it.
Well, that was hilarious.
Rhaegar looks at Valen and says,
Hey, Valen, are you worried about being in such a large public gathering, especially given what happened in Tourmaline? You almost disappeared.
I'll keep my hood up and stay out of sight.
I grip you on both the shoulders with my hands real strong and squeeze right by your neck to the point where it almost hurts a little bit. And then I clap my hands down and I say,
Do not worry. I will stay vigilant. My eye will be everywhere you are, and my blade thirsty for blood.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. honored.
All right, so you go to the sheriff.
Yep, I just deliver the same intel to the sheriff.
Okay.
We can RP or we can
Let's move ahead.
Yeah,
Let's skip it.
Town meeting.
You provide that information to the sheriff.
Mhm.
You walk into the office. You find him. He's poring over his own reports at this time, as far as information on things that have happened, perhaps in other towns concerning Duergar sightings, things like that. Things that were not given any credence before you guys brought it to his attention. I mean, no one would think, oh, there's Duergar in the 10 towns above ground in war parties going around stealing Chardolin. That's just ridiculous. Who the fuck would write that? But they're doing it for a reason. You guys don't know the reason. No one seems to know the reason. No one divined to ask the reason. Why are the Duergar taking Chardolin? No one asked that question.
Well, I mean that's pretty obvious. They're making weapons with it. They intend to make some sort of like nasty ass weapon.
We've seen them wielding Chardolin weapons.
Yeah, I mean that'll look like proof of concept shit. So I mean, my assumption is they're looking to build something. It's just we don't know where they are. We don't know like how far along they are. We don't know anything about it.
I will tell you, most of the weapons of the Duergar are not Chardolin.
Right, but we found a few where they were obviously experimenting with the shit to turn it into weapons.
Perhaps. I'm just gonna throw shade. Just throwing shade.
Yeah, and they're so they've been experimenting with weaponizing it, and they've been collecting a shit ton. So presumably, whatever weapon they're looking to build at is probably big. But I mean, we don't know anything other than that. We don't know where they are, other than maybe somewhere in the vaguely eastern direction of the mountains. So yeah. So anyway, yeah, I guess we're sharing. Sheriff and I were sharing thoughts about that, I guess.
Okay. All right. So it's drawing to be late at night at this point. Jackal hasn't been there. Jackal's been out preaching about the evils of cooked food and how you should be open-minded when it comes to monstrosities and aberrations, and how they could be quite the delicious culinary treat. But Jackal's going to go ahead and call it a night. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm going night-night.
All right, Eunice is going to the bed, going to sleep.
Got a long day tomorrow. Seems like I got to do some work.
Okay. Gonna put some work.
Alan would be marveling at his new magical items and pretty happy, but worried about what the next day will bring. He'll probably have trouble sleeping, but he's going to try to go to sleep.
I'll just throw him on a bed. There we go. Timmy?
Yes?
What would you do? This is the last night before the big meeting.
What's everyone else doing?
I'm going to bed.
I'm going to bed too.
Jackal's in bed too.
Timmy's going to take his 5-gallon backpack of keg of whatever and sit by the bonfire and start drinking and thinking about life in this 2,000 gold.
There's a bonfire?
There's a fireplace.
Oh.
Fireplace, whatever, yeah.
Hey, Tim.
Yeah, sit there and look at his gold and drink and think about life.
So Timmy, attached to the kitchen, just to point this out here on the map, attached to the kitchen is a large bathtub room where you could actually post up in the bathtub with your ale in front of the fire. And since you guys have this maid to like answer the door and clean and cook and all that, you don't have to keep the fire stoked. She'll just keep it going. She'll go collect the wood, put it in there, keep it going.
That sounds amazing. I think Timmy's going to do that.
All right, Timmy's posted up there. Trafalgar, are you going to be tinkering on things there in your workroom? What do you be doing?
Well, Trafalgar every night does his, 6 hours of, whatever sort of downtime it is that the shutdown refresh sort of thing that he does, where he's basically aware the whole time. But he'll tinker up into the point where it's time for him to do that.
Okay. Like just his idle time, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll throw Trafalgar in there, and he's got his work done. So he should be at bed. Rhaegar and Larry.
I'm still super paranoid about everything that happened. I mean, I'm gonna have to take my 4-hour long rest. So while I'm doing my 4-hour long rest, Daisy is going to be keeping watch over the place outside, to just watching in general, kind of like flying around the place to see if anything happens. And then when he's not doing his long rest, he's going to spend his time sort of skulking around the building, looking at things, sometimes sitting on top of the house, just to get like a bird's eye view, that kind of thing. Generally being really, really fidgety for most of the night where he doesn't actually have to rest.
Okay.
Rhaegar would probably have taken to bed early, but then I would say before I went to wherever my room is in the house,
Larry, please wake me in the early hours of the morning and I will come and watch the perimeter with you.
Alright. Will do. I don't like any of this. I prefer to be doing the doing to, not to be on the having done to end of it, if you know what I mean.
I couldn't agree more, and it's highly possible we've made some enemies along the way.
Well, that just means we're doing something right.
Okay. I am glad that I'm connected for voice through my phone, because my internet keeps going out otherwise. That's okay. It's okay. All right, so go to bed. Larry, is Larry going to go trance in a bed?
I don't think so. That green couch looks super comfortable. As a matter of fact, there's 2 green couches there. I think one of the other things he does right before his short rest is he's going to grab one of those and pull it into his vessel as his new couch in there.
Just jack the couch?
Yep.
All right, so I guess
couch up.
The line.
Could have kept the boat for him.
He's like Kanye West. He just grabs stuff.
Yeah, the boat would have really gone with my decor. Yeah, that would have been nice.
Yeah, like a tiki bar. All right, so that couch is gone.
Yeah, he takes the one by the wall, not the one on the carpet, because...
Okay.
I can build us a new one.
Really tied the room. That one on the carpet really tied the room together.
We can make it better than before.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so at any given point, either Daisy or Larry are sort of like patrolling, keeping watch.
Okay. Let me just check something.
Yeah, I know familiars aren't supposed to like need long rests and stuff, but since Daisy's weird, I like to think that she needs 4 hours too.
That's fair.
If you notice in my day planner, I specified that every day.
Yeah.
I think it's very nice that you give your familiar a long rest.
Yeah, not everybody gives their familiar time off, you know?
Hey man, I don't give Daisy shit. I work for
Hey,
her.
Bubo rests when I rest. Thank you very much.
Where did she go? I just had her on the screen. What the fuck?
Oh, dude, look at the fluffy Highland cows. That's awesome.
Okay. Cut to middle of the night. Larry, would Larry honestly be sleeping in the middle of the night?
Let's see. I mean,
if you will.
well, like I said, he has to do his 4 hours. So at some point during the night, he will do his 4 hours, and during that time, Daisy will be patrolling. At any other time, he'll be patrolling. I'm not sure which 4 hours that are.
Isn't it like a trance thing there? Like you don't really
Yeah.
sleep, do you?
No,
No,
not
he
yet. It's the trance.
So let me go ahead. Can you hear me okay still?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Can you hear me still?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Because the internet keeps acting fucked up on my desktop, I'm gonna have to do this differently. That's okay. Larry, roll me just flip a coin. Heads, you're patrolling. Tails, Daisy's patrolling.
I have a 2-sided dice, so 1 is me, 2 is Daisy, because she's better than I am.
Okay.
2.
2.
Just Daisy.
Okay. So Daisy's patrolling. Go ahead and give me a perception check for Daisy.
Okay. Her perception is only +3. It's 15.
15. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and roll for the cows.
If you fucking kill a Moobus, I swear to God, I'm gonna drive to your house.
All right.
That was hilarious, and I think that threat is real, DM. Don't
Yeah,
test
no, it's-
Ubis.
So, it's the middle of the night. Everybody's in a bed except for Timmy, who's in a bathtub, and Larry, who's on the couch.
Nice.
Timmy, would you have gotten out of that bathtub and gotten into an actual bed, or is that like where you're at this evening?
I mean, are there any other actual beds?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
one. That's not
You have a room.
I guess there's a fireplace in the room.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, I'll go back. I'll go to the room. Yeah.
So at some point in the middle of the night, when Timmy goes to his room, Larry sees like a little dragon-shaped prune walk by.
His little toe claws like clattering against the hardwood floor, leaving a
Naked
drippy
dragon
plot.
walking.
All wrinkled and weird looking.
Do you wrap the towel or do you walk like free balling commando style, Timmy?
Timmy's free balling. Timmy just drank like 2 gallons of beer or ice wine, and he's just like, yeah, he's good. He's feeling good.
That's hilarious.
I would like to think he just woke up, just passed out in the bathtub, didn't know where he was, and was like, "Oh shit!"
It's been a hell of a Thursday.
And he's free balling.
All right. So, Falger, give me a perception check.
What is my perception? +4, 15.
15. Okay.
My passive is a 19 though, so
Right. And Larry, you would be trancing, so we would be going off of your passive. Everybody else is actually asleep.
Yeah, my passive is 18.
18. Okay. All right, that's fine. You guys don't hear this, but the stone maid has taken to posting herself by the entrance door of the lodge so that she can greet visitors. This is a construct, so it can greet visitors. You don't hear a slight tapping on the door. You don't hear the question. You don't hear that.
What was the question we didn't hear?
No, you're asleep. You didn't hear it. You didn't hear it. And you don't hear the stone maid, who's never been given direction as far as any kind of friend or foe kind of identification type deal goes. Please come in.
That rat bastard.
We're gonna have to clap that maid.
I'm gonna roll stealth time for this individual. That's pretty good. Okay. There's no creaking. There's no footsteps. There's not even the whisper of wind that someone's passing.
Someone's passing wind?
There's no passing wind.
Rude.
Let's see. Trafalgar, you are awake, though, so I'm going to ask you to give me an active perception check.
Okay. That is much better. That is an 18 plus 4 for 22.
Ooh, that's one shy of what you would have needed to hear this.
Oh.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So you guys don't hear anything. For a time. Then you hear a muffled groan and shout coming from the jackal's room. Larry, you would have heard this. This is not a stealth anything. There's no it's an interruption to your regularly scheduled trance.
Hang on just a second before you move forward with that. I'm only about 5 feet away from the jackal's door.
Yeah.
I have 10 feet of blind sight.
Ah, yes.
Well,
So how do you want to do that?
So I'll tell you, the stealth roll that I did was a 23. So
in order for them to stealth, they have to be somehow blocked from my scent, blocked from view.
but aren't you still trancing?
They are hidden. They are hidden.
Okay.
This is not going to hurt you all. This is really kind of this is aimed at a story thing.
Yeah, that's cool. Whatever you want to do. I just want to make sure that you're aware of that for whatever you do. That he.
Yeah, that reminded me.
Okay.
Larry, you actually hear with your blind sight, you detect something that wakes you up, that snaps you out of your trance. There is a thump, and then also a yell and movement. There is movement inside of the jackal's room.
Yeah. Well, obviously, I'm gonna launch into action and call Daisy psychically back down and run into the room.
Okay. Let me go ahead and see how much this does. Real quick. Ba, 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 ba.
gonna do like one of those cool one-armed vaults over the back of the couch when he does it. It takes takes way longer than just running, but looks cool.
All right, let me just add this up.
Yeah, Larry goes to leap over the couch and you get the dun, dun, dun.
I don't know. It's like holding onto his hat. He might get the Dukes of Hazzard
that's awesome.
air horn.
Like slide over the hood and.
Just a good old boy.
The only thing I haven't been able to update right here is Jackal's hit points. Larry, you vault over the back of the chair. You see the door to Jackal's room open just a little tiny little bit. And that's where the sound came from. Trafalgar, you would have heard that muffled shout and groan of pain and movement. You would have heard that.
Okay.
Also, you probably would have heard Mary calling crazy unless you did that, telepathically.
Oh, I did call her telepathically.
All right. So she's going to...
You call her late for dinner because she probably won't show up.
Let me see. She will be there. She was on the opposite side of the house. It's going to take her 2 rounds to get inside.
Roger that.
Roger.
What do you do?
Well, I would dash out of my room. I'm pretty sure that the Jackal is right across the hall from me.
Jackal is down on the end.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm coming out of my room and immediately running that way.
All right, Larry, you're a lot closer. You're going to be able to make it to that door first if you choose to. What do you want to do?
Oh yeah, I'm going straight in through that door. I'm slipping in through the door to quickly, do that FBI assessing the situation in the room and clock everything. And he's got the blind sight, so he'll actually be able to see whatever is in there before he actually gets in there.
Larry, you burst through the door.
I said slip through the door. I specifically said slip through the door, not burst.
You slip through the door violently.
Slip through the door with FL?
Violently.
And there is a
Oh shit!
a kobold vampire standing over a prone and grappled Jackal. Give me a perception check, please.
Sure.
Or
That's pretty good. That's a 21.
21. You notice that the Jackal seems to be injured. There is blood running down the Jackal's face from their mouth. And Trafalgar, you're close enough to hear this, but you're not close enough to see just as of yet. You hear the vampire spawn sees you charge delicately and quietly through the room, into the room, slipping in, and it hisses to you and grabs the Jackal by the jaw, essentially. Lifts him up and hisses, "Killed my brothers. Took our teeth. I take yours." And you can see that the Jackal's mouth falls open. The evidence of that is all across the floor. This vampire has broken out all of Jackal's teeth.
Oh, fuck.
In some sort of
Kind of brutal there, bro.
Vicious attack, this brutal attack. Go ahead and roll initiative. All of you go ahead and roll initiative.
Damn.
All of it?
I get advantage on it.
Can you yell out?
Yeah.
Larry,
It's
do you
terrible.
yell out?
Huh?
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Now that stealth is done, basically Larry's going to yell out, Did you not get the message? I pissed in the snow at you. And he's going to like bounce off that bed and try and attack him when he comes up.
I forgot to click on my character.
Let's see.
Oh no, it showed up anyway.
Yeah, it does it anyway now.
Okay, cool.
Really, really poor initiative.
I got a terrible initiative too.
I still go before that little fucker.
No.
Oh god.
It was a 6. What the hell?
I rolled it
not.
manually, but when you add it, it automatically rolls it.
I got a crap initiative. Oh no.
That one rolled a 9.
Oh no.
Timmy got a 9 also.
Oh no.
Okay. Who am I missing here from the character sheet? From the tracker.
Rhaegar. I manually rolled.
Okay, what'd you get, Rhaegar?
17.
7.
So I have advantage on initiative.
And then that one got a 9. Timmy got a 9, and I'm about to roll. I would love to roll Jackals, but hold on.
I can do it. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Manually, Jackal got a 16
Nice.
plus 1.
So she would beat Rhaegar, and if the dex is better.
What is Rhaegar's dex?
Or he, rather, sorry. I think my dex
Rhaegar's
is not
dex
that
is
great.
better.
Yeah, Rhaegar goes first. Jackal only has a plus 1.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got a +2.
Well, Jekyll goes before the vampire. I think that's the important thing.
Yeah.
Right.
So this thing caught Jackal unawares at sleep, and it busted out all of Jackal's teeth. Got up for 50. Her request.
How is she
Rhaegar.
gonna eat raw meat?
So just because Rhaegar would have been presumably sleeping when this scuffle went down, I'm gonna roll perception at disadvantage just to see.
No. You would have been woken up by the shouts.
Okay. So Rhaegar wakes up, bolts from his room, 15 feet to get me there, and then I get 40. So
You can move 20 feet because you're standing. It uses half your movement speed.
oh, all right. So 20 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20 feet gets me to there. And I will hold my action if I see any unfamiliar creature run out from any of the rooms. And do I see Larry in the door, or did the door swing back after he slipped in?
The door swung back gently after Larry went through it.
So the only thing I see is presumably Trafalgar getting up and rushing. Okay. So Rhaegar looks at Trafalgar and says, "What's going on?" And I'll end my turn. Bonus action rage.
Okay.
Well, no, because I have to take damage or deal damage. Nope. End my
Well,
turn.
I mean, no.
No, you can start your rage this turn, and you get it through your next turn. And if by then you don't take damage, you lose your rage. You always get to keep it for that first turn that you rage.
Or as long as you attack or take damage, you can keep your rage. You
Okay.
can rage right now.
Sure, then I'll just go into a rage.
Okay.
And you can always, for all intents and purposes, technically punch yourself in the face.
True.
And that is attacking or taking damage.
Or both.
Yeah.
So
Or punch
Jackal's
the
on
wall.
deck.
Jackal's on deck now. Go ahead, James.
All right. Well, the jackal. Can the jackal still cast spells even with busted up teeth?
Yeah.
No verbal components just yet.
Damn.
Oh, damn.
Getting difficult.
Well, that's pretty much every single one of the jackal spells.
I draw your attention to turn undead.
That's not a spell. That is a channel divinity.
But I believe that may be appropriate.
Yeah. All right. Well, that'll be the first thing that he does.
Okay, that's a wisdom save.
Yes. And the wisdom save is 17.
Nice.
Okay. All right, so that did not work. We got a 19.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Bonus action shift.
There you go.
And just remember, everybody who might not have already put it in there, if you had that blessing, you get 10 temporary hit points at the start of every day, so you would still have those.
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
Not for this guy.
I forgot.
Yeah, Jackal doesn't have that either. Jackal has something else.
Rhaegar got a sword.
Forgot all about that blessing.
I believe
So the creature's up next. It hisses at Larry, who came through that door, but the jackal just tried to turn it. So the jackal is grappled. As we know, grapple doesn't do a whole lot. Just means that the jackal is currently prone, which is going to give advantage on attack rolls against him. Let's see here. That's going to be that one. Larry, you see this thing bare its fangs and strike downward at the jackal's exposed neck and collarbone. And the jackal is going to take 16 points of damage.
Oh, damn.
Going to be down, and I didn't include the temporary hit points, so the jackal's just basically going to go down to 24 hit points now.
Man.
You know you can't kill a character when they're not here, right?
Dirty pool.
Hush. The jackal's hit point maximum is also going to be decreased by 7. So.
Oh, jeez.
3, and that doesn't account for the damage I just did while the thing caught her in the room unaware. Okay. So that is its turn. Next up, Larry.
Okay, is there any way in this space that I can talk you into, with like this guy like bent over the jackal, that I can talk you into flanking and getting advantage on an attack?
If you run up the bed and then jump over it to the little wood pile right there, yeah, I'll let you give a flanking attack on the first attack.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He'll run in there and he'll use his momentum to bounce off the bed, and then kind of like then bounce off the wall behind the guy, and then down there to the other side where the wood pile is, and then get in there with a booming blade.
Okay, so I need you to make an acrobatics check.
I should hope so.
And the DC is going to be let's call the DC 15.
Okay. All right, that's cool. I got like a +8 on that. Ooh, I got a 16.
Nice.
So Larry leaps and pirouettes over top of the bed. Goes over top of it. It's a short vampire. Cool. It's a kobold. Go ahead and make your attack there.
Yeah, I gave it way too much clearance. So this is also going to be, since I don't have anything else going with it, I have a favored foe on this as well.
Okay.
So let's see. So yeah, that's like a 16 plus some shit to hit it. So yeah, 24 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, doke. So since I've got all that on it, I got this. I'm doing booming blades. I got that. And then where's my booming blade dice? I got that. Okay, cool. Here we go. Okay, that's not awesome. It's a 10, 17, 25 no, 17, 22 points of. Oh wait, 22 points of damage plus 3 points of cold. I don't know what that does to it. So all that other stuff's magic and psychic and thunder. So
Okay. With a magic dagger as well.
yeah, that was with the psychic damage from the dagger. So it wasn't great damage there.
Okay, no, yeah, that's good. That's decent damage.
Okay, yeah.
It's still standing. It hisses up at you and takes a bite at you, but you just grab its reach right now.
And he just says, can you not read piss messages? I was very clear.
Should have spilled your blood in the snow as a message. As an offering. Timmy, you're suddenly awoken by all this ruckus.
Ruckus.
Bring the motherfucking.
Timmy is.
Is that a fireplace he could go right through?
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. Like, can I just dive through that, or do I have to Constitution saving throw or dexterity or where the hell it is?
Okay, so here's the thing. So a lot of these fireplaces that are like this would not typically be just open all the way through, because that would would not radiate out into a room. You'd have a back, like a straight back to a fireplace. You could go into the fireplace, shimmy up a little bit, and slide out on the other side. You could do that.
That sounds complicated. Timmy is just going to. He's going to hear all the ruckus. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Yeah, but you're prone, so you only have half your movement right now.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go 3 squares, pretty much.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Hooray!
You can still use your action to dash, though, and get the rest of it.
Yeah.
Although I am disappointed that we didn't get to see Timmy Kool-Aid Man through the fireplace. That would have been great.
I mean, I told him he could do it, but it was a yes and it wasn't a no.
Dude, he should have done it. I'll give him my inspiration. You can have it.
Let's see. All right, so Timmy's there. Valen wakes up.
Oh, wait, hang on. Timmy hasn't actually used his action, though, just his movement.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Timmy, would you like to do anything with your action?
There's nothing I can do, so.
Well, you can dash if you want to.
Well, yeah, you can move like your regular speed.
If you dashed, you can move 25 more feet, so 5 more squares.
Oh, really? Okay.
You could get right in the room.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. All right, cool. For my bonus action, can I try and intimidate?
That's it. Okay. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. All right. Timmy is going to push out his pectoral muscles and beat on them. Oh wow!
Oh yeah, bro.
17 plus 4, 21.
Timmy, you see this corrupted kobold, this poor undead bastard. Look at you, eyes glowing red, large fangs, larger than normal fangs. It looks at you and it hisses and it lowers itself and backs away. It seems to view you as the biggest threat in the room now.
Well, of course. It's Timmy the Swole.
Timmy's like, I'm the alpha.
I'm the fucking dragon. Fuck you. All right, Valen. I think you can make it to about right there unless you dash. Or use some other movement.
I don't know if that one would rush towards danger, but I think
he would rush to wherever he needed to be to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I think he'd get up and go out his door and move the 15 feet. I don't think he would dash.
And then send Shiva into danger.
That's right. The sacrificial owl.
Yeah.
Please kill his owl.
Yeah.
Do it.
I'll summon my familiar and send her into the room.
All right, let me hit. I gotta reload this thing for that to work.
Oh
Here, hold on.
no!
Load that spell.
You're gonna kill Shiva?
Gotta add a token for Shiva. Just waiting for it to load. Because there's storms out this way, I think.
So this is the find familiar ritual, huh? Exciting.
Oh, poor Shiva.
I was kidding.
She had it coming.
Well, I mean, I can always summon a new familiar.
It's been 11 sessions since the last time Shiva died.
I imagine Valen's empty journal when you finally figure out a way to read it is him like describing the many woes of his mourning his loss every time Shiva dies. You'll never believe what they did, and then they killed her.
Again.
Isn't that what happens to familiars, though? I mean, it's kind of the point.
Nah, Shiva got killed a lot.
I remember when Rhaegar argued with Trafalgar about whether or not Bubo was alive.
I gotta try to throw Bubo in here too. Bubo is probably over top the fireplace. All right, so the owl should be right next to you. Are you sending the owl? What's the owl's movement speed?
Wait, did you say that Bubo was on the fireplace, like in the main room?
No, in your room.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I would send the owl forward because Balin's a coward. So, and the owl has 60 feet flying.
All right, would you try to send the owl at the fucking kobold?
Can I cast a spell through the owl?
Yeah, we've already cast Find Familiar.
So I can't cast it.
Unless it's a cantrip.
Can I cast a cantrip?
Is Find Familiar action or bonus action?
Find Familiar is an action.
So do you have a bonus action cantrip?
Right.
No, cantrip. So I could do something really messed up.
Do it.
Blow it into the kobold's mouth?
No, I could cast Dragon's Breath through the owl.
Okay.
Well, but you can't because you've already cast Find Familiar.
Yeah.
So you can't cast. Yeah, the only thing that I think Shiva would actually be able to do with the action economy is use the help action to give somebody advantage to hit if she wanted to get in that close.
No, she just gonna let Balin know what's going on in the room, and Balin's not gonna do shit.
Yeah, that sounds more likely. She'd probably just fly in across the room to witness.
Yep.
Yeah, she flies into the room and then flies up into the corner of the room.
And Balin has a bird's eye view.
Balin sees what's in the room. All right, you do.
Do I hear any of this?
Oh yeah. There's a rock.
Like, is it super loud?
Are you trying to sleep, Eula?
He just puts a pillow over her head and rolls over.
I'm just gonna
give me a what's a good saving throw on this?
Saving throw.
Give me a perception check, Ubis. You can choose to make it with disadvantage or to fail it on purpose if you like.
I mean, let's see. Because I'm pretty far away from all this.
Yeah. So you roll. You hear something. It wakes you briefly, and you roll over to kind of figure out. Do you need to get involved?
I rolled a 12. So no, a 13. So I wake up and I'm just like, God, I think someone's snoring, and I'll just make a piece of bacon, eat it, and go back to bed.
I mean, if that's your way to self-soothe, and the bacon puts you to sleep, write that down, Canon. Bacon makes Ubis fall asleep.
Save versus beauty sleep.
Ubis doesn't want. Ubis is all about the bacon. Okay, Trafalgar, you're up. You got Timmy there in the doorway a little bit, but you can get by him if you choose to.
There's like 1,000 people in that room. Come on.
All right. So I'm up.
You're up.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I can get to here since Timmy's kind of blocking the door.
You can get through there if you wanted to.
I'm okay to stay where I am right now.
Yeah, okay. You can move through your own people.
Let's see.
I'm glad I'm not on camera. I almost tipped this fucking chair over leaning back in it.
Is that your chair? Because my chair is like that too.
Yeah, it was real close. I was teetering on the brink.
For my action, I'm going to summon the cannon.
Okay.
In the room. On the bed.
That's yes.
But tiny sized. So that it's not. Don't want to F up the bed.
On the house.
All right, I'm gonna rename the cannon just as a.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't. It doesn't matter. And then bonus action, gonna blast the kobold with the cannon.
Timmy.
Okay.
Not the kobold. Not Timmy the kobold. The vampire kobold.
So make your attack roll, Timmy.
It's 18 plus 8, so 26 to hit.
Oh, misses. Yeah. No, that hits. That hit.
And I believe, give me 1 second. Yeah, 2d8 force damage. That's a 7 and a 5, so 12 points of force damage. And I can't really knock him back.
Just knock him straight into my lap.
Yeah, basically. And then the turret's gonna climb up on the wall, like up here, like is gonna go. I don't know. It's gonna go up onto the ceiling and hang from the ceiling.
Spider robot style.
And that was my action and bonus action. So that is me.
Okay. How much damage was that again?
12 points of force damage.
All right.
In his fucking face.
In his fuck. Rhaegar.
So Rhaegar would use maximum movement.
You're muted.
I'm not. Shouldn't be. Sorry, guys. Rhaegar would use his full movement speed to try to get up to the door and see what's going on. So I get to the doorway, looking over Timmy's short-statured swollenness. I guess I would see the kobold struggling with the jackal.
Yep.
All right. I would move past Timmy. And then walk up onto the bed to get here and draw the greatsword of Crom and say,
To hell with you! Get out of our house and leave my friend alone!
and that is going to be rolling a real d20. It's a 16 plus 8 to hit.
That hits.
Alrighty. 2d6s. It's gonna be 9 plus 5. 14 plus my rage damage is 2. 16 plus the extra 1 because of the +1 effect of the Greatsword of Crom.
Nice.
So 17.
And then I'll take my second attack, pull the sword up, and try to swipe across its midsection. And that is a 3. I probably should have done reckless. My bad.
I don't like that thing.
It's not gonna hit.
That's awful, Jason.
And with that, I will end my turn.
Now, if you replace the blood with ale, and the eyes, you make them a normal, not evil color. Make the fangs a little bit shorter. Then you get Timmy.
They're like puppy dragons.
All right, Jackal.
Alright, well, the Jackal, at this point, let's see, what can I do?
She still can't talk.
The Jackal still can't talk? No verbal?
Give me a Constitution saving throw. If she gets over, 15, she can do verbal components.
Constitution saving throw is a 16.
Oh, fuck. Okay, yeah, go ahead. There's like blood spitting out as Jackal's speaking these words of power.
Mm-hmm. That gonna be same.
You said she's at 24 hit points, right? Or 26?
24.
24.
Yeah, but I can't change it because everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's drop a Spirit Guardians.
Oh shit.
Oh.
In the room.
Not fucking around.
Hell no.
That seems like a bit overkill, but yeah, what the hell?
You gotta kill.
And that is going to be SGs. Spirit Guardians.
2d8 or something?
It's 3d8, but it's a
Wisdom save.
a wisdom save from the.
All right. So on the start of its turn, a couple things.
Oh, the start. I thought it was as soon as it entered the.
No, it's the start of its turn.
Nope. When affected, when the affected creature, when affected, an affected creature's speed is halved in the area, and when it enters the creature's area for the first time.
It's the start of its turn, though, because it was already there.
Right.
Yeah.
There's actually a really good video about that. So, like, if you have effects that ping pong a character and an enemy in and out of Spirit Guardians, on different players. So somebody has Spirit Guardians up, somebody has a Crusher Feet, hits them with a bludgeoning damage attack, pushes them in on a turn. That's Spirit Guardians.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe pushes them back out or something like that. Next player's turn in the combat, somebody else can push them in and out. It's really fun.
The Jackal's also going to spend, I don't know, the half his move to stand, so that he's no longer prone.
Yeah, no, he's grappled currently.
Okay, well then never mind.
He's prone. His move.
No, Spirit Guardians it is.
Heal. Bonus action heal if you want.
I don't. You can't bonus. You can't cast 2 spells, so I can't bonus action healing word.
Yep.
Why I like quicken spell. Still can't do 2 spells, but you can really get into some fun with some cantrips too. All right. Anyways, to start of it, the first thing you see is that this thing begins to heal.
Well, at the start of its turn, it is now in Spirit Guardians, and it has to make that save. And then it's going to take some radiant damage, whether it likes it or not.
Right. So what's the DC?
17.
17. It just meets it, so it's going to take half. Roll ahead and roll your damage. 3d8.
Yeah. From here, I don't think I can roll that. I'll roll it. Nice.
Oh, good.
Almost max damage. So 17 halved.
8.
Unless it's vulnerable to necrotic, or to radiant. I don't know if vampires are or not.
It's not vulnerable to radiant, but what radiant does is it keeps it from being able to regenerate.
Oh, well, there you go.
Sweet.
Nice.
So, what is it gonna do? What is it gonna do?
Come at me, bro.
All right. It sees you guys have it surrounded. The Jackals cast Spirit Guardian spell. Timmy has flexed at it. Its priorities here have shifted dramatically. At first, it was about hurting the Jackals specifically because they're the one that collected the teeth of its brother. Then it was about dealing with Timmy next because Timmy seemed to be the most dangerous one in the room. And that was even after Larry dealt so much fucking damage to it. But now it's surrounded on 3 sides, even though one of the surroundees is currently prone. It knows Timmy's charging in at it. There's a arcane turret hanging from the ceiling, and the rest of the fucking party is coming in to beat its ass. So here's the question. Does it double down and go after Jackal? Or does
I would think so. I mean, it went through all the trouble to break into the house and go after him.
Technically, it didn't break in. He just knocked on the door, and the maid let him in.
Yeah.
That is definitely going on her review.
Yes.
Here's a vampire feature. The vampire can't enter a residence without an invitation from one of the occupants. It doesn't really say, employees.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's good.
Technically, she was outside. She's not an occupant. Just saying.
Right. So, no, the maid was inside. So its speed is halved right now because of Spirit Guardians.
Yeah.
Well, it is going to disengage, and it's going to attempt to dive through the fireplace.
And as soon as it moves, it takes 12 points of thunder damage.
Yes, it does.
Do we get attack of opportunity against it?
Disengaged.
Oh no, gotcha.
But it's only got 15 feet of movement. Okay.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to jump off in a few minutes if y'all need to
So I find myself in a strange situation right
run
now.
Rhaegar for me.
I thought it was pretty cool that this thing was going to try to go through the fireplace. It starts to, y'all. But it rolled a natural 1. Alright. Larry, Rhaegar, Timmy, you see this kobold leap into the fireplace and try to run up the back of it to kind of escape and get out of here. Maybe even up the chimney, because it has spider climb, right? But it trips and falls directly into the coals.
Just committed suicide.
We'll roll some damage for that. Still up. Larry, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Fine, I have a feeling this is going to be over pretty quick.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna sort of move in, expecting to jump up the fireplace after it, and then see it fall back down and be momentarily startled by that, and just go, oh. I mean, all right. This is convenient, and just be like, man, next time, you should really read the signs in the piss. Now, I guess, yeah, right. So I've still got Jackal there in threat range, right? So that's like a 25 to hit, and so much damage here. Let's see if I can do a little bit better this time.
Hey, Larry, how you want to do this?
Yeah. This is better. I'm a little disappointed this time. I did so much better. It's like 30 points of damage.
Is that all?
Yeah, so he just comes in there with the booming blade, kind of hits it, moment of silence, and then just like that burst of energy just like makes a mess of the room, like ashes everywhere, and kind of comes out and like adds some insult to injury to the poor Jackal who's standing right there, and I guess that will sort of prevent it from. I don't know if it'll prevent it from reconstituting. It did just take radiant damage, but yeah, just puts that dagger in there, just silence, and then boom, and then it kind of explodes out.
Explode.
Okay. So with its dying breath as it begins to swell and explode, you hear it whisper, "Fuck you!" And in its hand are gathered the Jackal's teeth. Which it immediately drops and scatters into the coals of the fireplace before it dies and is dead and is gone forevermore.
I'm sure Trafalgar could make some dentures with those.
I draw your attention to the spreadsheet. I believe there's an entry labeled Goblin Teeth.
I mean, we also have Kobold Vampire Fangs in that list.
And Direwolf Teeth.
Yeah.
So.
Good place to end.
That's where we're going to end it today.
All right.
Nice. Have a good night, y'all.
It's dead.